We're good to go.
Looks like it.
Okay, thank
Give me
you.
1 sec. Let's check
Let
that.
us know when our audio is live too.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the UCSB Fall 2023 Game-a-thon League of Legends Finals. I am John the Ho. Joined with me is Ethan, otherwise known as Gaucho.
Yeah, that's me. Immaculate pronunciation is always my former president's. As we
I got
once
you.
we're getting into the match. Sorry that the stream had a little bit of a delay. I think draft has been set before we started the stream, so we'll get that up on the screen for you guys real quick. But yeah,
Yep. Well, once we
tell
get
me a
draft
little
on the
bit about the
scene.
LAN. Yeah.
Yeah, so the LAN is a I'm not 100% sure this time, but usually it has been a quarterly event that happens that we hold. We do a bunch of tournaments, we have a bunch of giveaways. It's a great time to just socialize, meet new people, have some fun, and yeah, nowadays it's a 2-day event happening in Corwin right now. So if you are tuning in and are at Santa Barbara, feel free to hop in and watch this live.
Yeah, we do have the draft up on the stream screen for all of you, so we can talk a little bit about that before we have the game actually set to go. So yeah, how do you feel about this draft, just looking at it from a glance?
Yeah, I mean, so I believe that, let me check. I believe that I can't tell which side is blue side and which side is red, but I am pretty sure that Team Blue is Sheep, featuring Team Sheep featuring uh, famed player Sheep within these UCSB tourneys for playing off meta picks, and I believe the other team JDG, since they want to name themselves after like the best team, is on the red side. It's looking interesting. I'm almost certain that this is the Cho'Gath bot, which Sheep is pretty famous for using. So I wonder what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of champions that, it's more interesting to see that some people might be leaning towards potentially more meta picks. I think like we have like the Maokai jungle coming in. But other players are playing something that might be more to, their own personal play style, something like the Cho'Gath, or you see champions like Soraka, Azir, things that, or Ornn even, that we probably you wouldn't see on like the stage of worlds at this point in time, but something like this where everyone is better suited to play more of the comfort picks, something more nice to see. And also not a lot of like very new champions though. None of like the Briar, the who's come out recently, but like Briar's a pretty big new champion that they released, and no one's opting to play that. So we might see that later in the day. Who knows?
Oh yeah. I mean, we never know for sure, but one thing for sure is that they will play comfort, and we have a bunch of really good players in this tournament.
Yeah, I do believe that they have started into the game. So we'll get back to you guys in a little bit. So while we wait for the spectator delays to go, we could take a quick second to shout out some of our sponsors. If you're in a Twitch chat, you could write exclamation point Genji and exclamation point GGA. Those are talking about Genji joining the Tiger Nation, which is Genji's Discord server, as well as GGA, which is Genji's personal coaching program for Valorant and LoL. If you're interested in any of those type of things, just write those commands in the Twitch chat. And yeah, they'll give you the links to websites and more information on if you're interested in those type of things. How do you feel about Genji, God?
Yeah, we love Genji. Competing in Worlds right now. They are qualified at 3-0, so looking good for them. I know that the Genji representative that is currently here is happy, so looking forward to see how they perform in the rest of the tournament.
For sure, Worlds is definitely going to be exciting group this year with all the format changes and you know maybe NA making it a little further than we've normally done in these past years.
I believe that at least one NA team will make it to the bracket stage.
For sure, ignoring what happened to C9 last night. For
What do you
sure,
mean? They're 1-2. This way, one of our teams faces Mad, and then Team Liquid's gonna win tomorrow, and then they face Fnatic, and then we just beat EU twice.
you're right. Easy money. We got this.
Yeah, easy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but bringing the conversation back over to our own, UCSB LAN tournament. I believe we're starting to load into the game, and we'll see what these teams have cooking on the Rift.
Yeah, I am ready for that. Looks like it's gonna be a fun time. Yep, I was correct. It is Team Sheep on the blue side versus JDG on the red side. I do want to point out that I do recognize a few of these players. I see Avgood on Sheep. He is, I believe, one of the players on UCSB Esports' A team, and Q-Links on the red side on Team JDG is the ADC player for UCSB Esports' A team. So I know that you are a lot more familiar with them than they are. So what are your thoughts on that?
Definitely, we have Allgood in the top lane, kind of our premier top laner. He joined last year. As you see a 5-man invade coming into the top side, kind of, led by the fronts by Sheep, probably taking Q level 1, also only having a
Oh,
mana crystal.
looking like Molten Wing could be caught out here. He's looking alone. Likely has to burn the flash. The flag dropped. Oh wow, the Rupture hits, but Molten Wing's able to just walk out with his life, having to burn the flash, so a massive cooldown early on.
Yeah, definitely looking at that, key summoner being burned and the Maokai not having like the fastest clear, just with the sapling and kind of with that deep ward inside that top side bush, they'll definitely know that Maokai's starting top side, and so it'll be interesting to see how they might capitalize off of that information.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Team JDG was able to drop that ward on the Raptors, so they both sides will pretty much be able to track the jungler well. So looking like a solid, actually pretty high level game.
Yeah, definitely. The very early stage of the game, we'll see how this works. Multiple already half HP, but as a jungle works, get some of the HP back.
Yeah, it looked like I believe Bubble Potato had to help out with the leash while Iron Wolfie did leashless, and I'm thinking that it looks like he's looking to invade the Raptors. Yeah, playing aggressive, denying that Raptor camp, I believe. So already a really good start for Iron Wolfie, just shutting down Molten.
Yeah, Molten's having to take an early base as Iron Wolfie's going to clear out the rest of his top side, maybe look for a reset towards his bot side, clear back up, or just, level 3, level 2 gank on this Ornn in the top side. So the map does look to be a little bit split potentially at the moment.
Oh yeah, definitely. But, right now, in the early phases of the game, looking at the side of Sheep, what do you think the game plan is specifically for this bot lane? Because Cho'Gath, not really a common pick, like not something you see ever, but especially not in the bot lane as a carry.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the whole concept is that Cho'Gath will be able to, regain some of that HP that he's going to be taking from his harass, just from the minions dying due to his passive, like an homage to his ult. But yeah, I mean, definitely something like a Vayne is going to be very difficult for his Cho'Gath to deal with, because even if he's able to recover some of that HP, loses the Vayne, triple shot, true damage passive is definitely going to, do some more lasting damage that he can heal off with these minions, as Arnie does, or Avgud does, have a pretty stacked wave, pushed into Bubble Potato, is able to take a free base.
Oh yeah, he's gonna take a free back. I believe that's a triple stacked wave. It's looking like a great time on the top side for Team Sheep, since got lane prio top, lane prio mid, but bot looking a little rough, down a little bit of CS, but I think they're surviving pretty fine.
Yeah, I mean, the main goal of this lane phase for Sheep is to just kind of survive, make sure that they're able to get Not bleed too much CS as Jason in the box is going for
Yeah,
pretty aggressive.
Frosted Flakes having to flash. The Ignite goes down from Jason. Jason also having to flash. Q-Link's looking to go aggressive, but the Rupture pushes Q-Link's away. And both sides walk away. Supports both having to burn flash.
I will say that, the bot side of, JDG is probably looking pretty happy just burning one flash and one ghost for both Jason in the boxes.
Oh, but Iron
Wolfie
Wolfie doing the flag and drag, looking to go deep. Q-Links and Frosted Flakes looking to back off. Tacky going in, and Iron Wolfie looks like he's in a bad spot. Gets condemned, and first blood goes over to Q-Links, looking to channel Ruler, as shown by the name choice of JDG.
And definitely, Iron Wolfie probably thought that he was able to go for a quick invade just because of the early pressure he had gotten onto Molten Wings, as well as the bot side. Prior, but Sheep was kind of unable to, capitalize and rotate in time, and so he just got collapsed on, and unfortunately loses his life there, kind of neutralizing the early lead he had, as Molten Wings is able to just clear for free. But in terms of the CS differential, he will be able to stay pretty fine. Jarvan is a, pretty economically efficient champion, doesn't need too many items to make an impact.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's really great for JDG since both Q-Links and Tacky really lost nothing off that. Waves weren't pushed in, so they didn't have to give up like almost any CS. So both of them are actually up, in fact.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this game is kind of, all good versus Q-Links because both members are on UCSB's League of Legends team. They're both, kind of premier players for our school. And so we have, kind of top side versus bot side matchup. So we'll see kind of towards the mid game how these teams might, approach the team fight as like potentially like the primary carries of their team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially Avgood on the Camille. I don't know what his champion pool is, but that is a role that could just carry, especially into a matchup like Orin that's kind of giving the free lane over to Camille. And as we see a potential dive happening, the flag and drag, Camille popping the ultimate, but Bullet Potato's just able to walk out, not having to burn anything at all. Flash over from Sheep at the same time. Molten looking to make a play bot side. Jason looking like he's a little caught out. Molten having to pop the flash as well, but Q-Links getting the final auto on Jason. Jason goes down and another kill goes over to Q-Links.
Yeah, perfect clutch Maokai passive coming in, giving you that little extra HP needed. So
another play happens and Bubble Potato is having to pop the flash. Avgood walking away with his life, just happy to push in that wave. We'll see if Bubble wants to make a play. They are low, but Bubble misses the Orin Horde. Flag and drag once again. Good unstoppable by Bubble Potato, and he should be able to walk away scot-free. Oh, never mind. Avgood looking to dive. Pops the Ignite, gets the kill, and does he get out? He gets out! Wow, the grasp healing, making sure that he survives.
Absolutely insane play from the top side. Kind of understanding that as they just saw Molten Wings in the bot side, in that pseudo dive going on, that they had the initiative to be able to go something on the top side, especially with Bubble Potato popping their ult so that he had no real disengage besides potentially dashing away, burning the flash earlier. So great initiative on their side to get that play.
Yeah, definitely. And the game is really looking to be just like you said. Over on Team Sheep, they're looking to heavily play towards Avgood, while as Q-Links is... Oh my god! In the meantime, Azir with a Shurima shuffle, killing Jason in the box. Tacky looking to get out, and Squirmy Shark popping the ultimate, flash burned by Tacky, and Tacky walks away for free in that 1v2, getting one.
Yeah, actually immaculate play over there. Not wasting the flash, getting the shuffle of the Karma into the tower just to make them take some extra damage, and that final flash away. Kind of securing their life and making sure that they didn't really lose anything because Taki was able to stay in lane, had enough HP and mana left after that play even. So pretty unfortunate timing on the side of Sheep's team, especially leaving that Cho'Gath out on the bot lane alone for a little bit for that play. But
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, just looking at the state of the game, like if you are JDG, you're loving this mid bot side. You have the Azir, you have the Vayne. You're gonna scale well. You're gonna be able to take down Sheep. Even though Sheep looking to go the Everfrost, going a more AP build variant, but Avgood's really the only win condition that they currently have.
it's still pretty good on the bot side actually for the side of Sheep because Sheep is actually ahead about one wave of CS. We'll see how much that equalizes as Q-Links kind of, things so that minions pushing into their tower, but overall, I would say that this is an unsuccessful bot lane. Just unfortunate plays on the side of Jason in the box getting caught out mid and bot in that one fight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Here we see Iron Wolfie looking to make a dragon play. Not really much that JDG can do since they have prio mid, they have prio bot. Squirmy Shark did roam down to make sure that they can secure this early Drake. At the same time though, I believe Molten is looking to take the Herald.
Yeah, we'll have these objectives trigger back and forth. We'll see how this Herald is being used. If it's, potentially used to give Offgood more of a gold lead in the top lane, or if it's going to be used for potentially setting up the next Drake or another team fight halfway across the map. We'll just see.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if I were Molten, I would definitely want to get this gold on Q-Links, on the Vayne, get her items, make sure that she can just pop off and do damage.
Yeah, definitely. As Vayne does look like they're going to probably be the first one on the map to get their mythic, just with the 2 kills, a massive gold pump into the system. As Offgood is looking for play top.
Oh, good trade for Offgood. Bubble Potato just dashes out of there, and yeah, Offgood just has complete control of the lane, complete control of the wave, and currently it's kind of been an island. Both Iron Wolfie and Molten Wings. Oh, here we see Offgood dashing in, getting the Q hit, knock up from Bubble Potato to get himself out, and both just another good trade.
Yeah, I think Offgood is perfectly happy with these kind of trades. Just making sure that he's able to continue stacking that wave and just continue getting, free bases, especially because he will want to stay on top of
Oh,
items.
scratch that. We see a potential play here. Molten Wings popping the Maokai ultimate, looking to see you get a pick. Squirmy Shark having to flash to stay safe, but Taki looking to Shurima shuffle Jason once again, and Molten gets the kill on Jason in the box yet again. Q-Links at the same time, looking to go deep in on Sheep. Sheep popped the Rupture, not able to do anything. At the same time, Avgood roaming down, looking to see if they get something on Molten Wings. The Cataclysm pop. Q-Links is on a killing spree. At the same time, Molten Wings goes down to Iron Wolfie's Cataclysm. Oh, Avgood hookshotting in, uses the Hextech ultimate and gets a shutdown on Q-Links. Frosted Flakes popping the Soraka ultimate, popping the Wish. Taki there to make sure that Frosted Flakes gets out. And overall, it's a pretty even trade for both teams.
Yeah, but definitely want to see where the as Taki goes in.
Taki continues. Avgood continues. Taki's looking fine. He is safe, but Avgood gets a kill on Frosted Flakes. Taki's kind of in a rock and hard place. Like, there are 3 people looking to kill, but Avgood also looks like he's stuck. Molten is back on the map. Iron Wolfie looking to get him out. Yep, looks like Avgood is able to get out. Oh my god, this is a fiesta already. Lots of skirmishing, lots of fights. Jason in the box gets the kill on Molten Wings to get Taki out.
Yeah, a little bit of a alphabet aerobics for you as an Orin.
Oh my god, and the Orin Horn on Squirmy Shark. Q-Links gets the kill on Squirmy Shark as well. This is a fiesta. 13 kills at 11 minutes.
Yeah, and just looking at where all the gold is ended up after all of this this long exchange going on, we have both Q-Links and Offgood having probably similar amounts of gold in terms of kills, but what's important to mention is that Offgood was able to claim that 300 gold bounty on Q-Links. So we do see that Offgood is probably going to be just the strongest member on the map, being able to pick up that Triforce on their base. And yeah, I mean, 302, 300 bounty was going to be really important in these upcoming engages and making sure that Offgood is able to, maintain that bounty and not give it over, especially to someone like Q-Links, because Q-Links is able to kind of shred any front line that they might have.
Oh yeah, for sure. We see the Herald popped mid, just as I said, getting that gold on Q-Links. Looks like both of the bot laners moved mid. Just seeing the lanes shift as, we are looking to start to get towards those second Drake fights, those early mid-game objectives. So this is looking like a banger ready. Hook shot going in on Bubble Potato. Bubble Potato able to dodge that and just walk away scot-free.
Yeah, so these laners will probably continue to position their lanes, just making sure that they're able to maybe get one more plate. As plating is going to go down in about a minute.
Oh, the Everfrost lands! Rupture lands as well, but Q-Link's able to condemn Sheep away.
It's definitely an issue for this team to try to find a way onto the Vayne, because if Wolfie isn't able to find a good flag and drag, as a big trade is happening in the top lane.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Especially Q-Links has the Soraka from Frosted Flakes, has Molten Wings on the Maokai. So this Vayne has so much peel. It's gonna be so hard for them to get on top of her.
Definitely.
Oh, really good trade. Iron Wolfie looking to bail out Avgood, but looks like that is just gonna be a good trade for Bubble.
Yeah, definitely is going to be a hard time, even if Camille is able to have a pretty decent time. Getting farm and getting good trades against Ornn in the top lane is definitely hard for Camille to kind of close out on the kill, especially as Ornn is playing closer to the tower, unstoppable there to counteract the hook shot. And Hextech Ultimatum being kind of a non-issue if the Ornn is on their tower. It's pretty difficult to maintain a sizable advantage.
Yeah, and the next dragon is about to spawn. Looks like Molten is considering the contest, but looks more like Molten's just gonna clear his bot side camps, and this is gonna be a second Drake going over to Team Sheep. Actually, scratch that. We see the TP coming from Bubble Potato. They do want to contest. Oran Horn being sounded. Drake secured by Sheep, but Squirmy goes down. Jason goes down, and that is 2 for JDG.
Yeah, we see kind of just, they're not really necessarily concerned about this one Drake, but getting that fight afterwards gives a lot of pressure to potentially, push out that mid wave and potentially get that second Herald. And then we'll see kind of more issues posed into the late game as we see that they are able to kind of inverse the gold loss that they had at the beginning and now, are pretty much even when they're about like 1,000 gold behind about like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, the gold is pretty even, and unfortunately for Team Sheep, it is that Cloud Soul. While useful, it is not the most ideal soul that you could get. So we'll see how the dragon stacking pans out for them.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of impactful ults, I mean, we do see like they'll have Cho'Gath can stack a little faster, but definitely the side of JDG might appreciate having Shurima shuffle, especially something like a Wish, where higher cooldowns mean you have more efficiency and more value from the CDR stacks CDR. So just having Wish on a potential 2-3 cloud.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like that soul, yeah, that soul would feel really good on Q-Links as well. Popping the final hour and just going in, because Q-Links has so much chase potential with the Ghost, with the Flash. So that Cloud Soul would just help so much with that.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see if we do make it to a point where they are contesting soul, but this game is pretty high pace.
Yeah, it looks like pretty high pace. Avgood getting a really good trade on this Taki, but Taki just being able to dash on out of there.
Yeah, hookshot just narrowly misses Taki right there as Iron Wolf looks to cancel Taki's base and potentially stack up.
Squirmy able to get out. Molten popping the Nature's Grasp, dashing in. There goes the knockup. Squirmy able to dodge, but I don't know if he's able to get out. Holding the flash, pops it now. Squirmy looking on 1 HP, but the W out, the satchel out, and a TP coming from Sheep as well to collect the wave. And that is not terrible. That's pretty good from the side of JDG being able to get the flash out, get all the cooldowns out. But Jason in the box coming in, looking like a really, really bad trade. Molten looking to try to see if he can get one, but able to walk away. Bubble Potato also walking out, and this top lane skirmish just ends as a 0-for-0.
Yeah, no one's just maybe assume that Molten will die from potential ignite, but Jason the boss kind of holds on to that, thinking that someone else will get that. A little bit of Liandry's burn going on, but Molten ultimately is able to survive, even without any use of like a Soraka Wish or anything like that, which is kind of unfortunate for the side of Sheep. They invested quite a bit for that play, and while they're able to trade back in the top tower, they're definitely able to potentially get a little bigger of a lead.
Yeah, it's really good for both Sheep. Squirmy for getting out, and then for Sheep and Avgood, because Sheep does get that turret gold. Avgood got a lot bought, so this is back to a 2k gold lead for Team Sheep.
Definitely that first tower bonus coming in is a great gold injection. And yeah, we'll just see the players can take to posture a little bit. No major objectives to fight around the map anymore, but it is important to note that the side of JDG has no tier 2 towers left, so we'll see how their jungle, as both teams will probably find it hard to walk around their jungle without ample vision, and will likely get a lot of their camps contested away by members of the enemy team. So we'll see how
for sure
is able to combat with that.
For sure. Map control definitely in favor of Team Sheep. Looks like about 2 minutes till the spawn of Baron, 2 minutes till the spawn of Dragon as well. So we'll see what control that Team Sheep tries to get with the turret advantage that they have.
Yeah, and so as everyone is getting, everyone except supports obviously because of their lower gold, as this red buff is being taken away, just kind of as a byproduct of the lack of map pressure on the side of JDG. Avgood is able to pick up that secondary red buff. Yeah, this like deep control ward being taken out. definitely poking holes into the state of the map for JDG. So we'll see how they're able to kind of, reclaim some of that gold that they lost.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, just as you said, that map control allows Team Sheep to just get more and more advantages on the map, slowly build up that lead, and make sure that they have control as the dragon is spawning in the next minute.
In terms of Sun coming up, I mean, JDG does have the Sun advantage, having pretty much all their flashes online, both their teleports. I mean, Allgood and Scorby will have their teleport up, so maybe they can contest Sidewave and then TP into Dragon Pit. But Dragon Pit is spawning. It seems like the side of Sheep has a little better river posturing at the moment, but we'll see how the fight actually breaks out. Molten Wings ult is able to create a lot of space and push them back.
Yeah, both Avgood and Taki popping the early TP, trying to get to the fight. Items are about equal, but the poke Sheep is doing so much damage. Molten having to pop the Nature's Graph, Oranhorn being sounded, Iron Wolfie trying to dive in, Squirmy Shark with the big bomb, doing big damage, and the health bars are looking low, but Q-Link's popping the final hour, looking to go in, but control is basically secured by Team Sheep, and this is looking like a free Drake for them. Taki getting hit by the Rupture as well, dashing out to make sure that he stays safe, looking like another conceded Drake, and Team Sheep already on soul point.
Yeah, there's definitely all these dragons are being taken basically off spawn. And now that they are a soul point, even if, Hustle might be the most, as Avgood is...
Oh, looking like an 18 team kill! Hextech Ultimatum popped, Avgood is on a rampage!
Yeah, now we're kind of seeing this Avgood starting to run away with this lead where he used to be trailing around like 10, like a wave and a half, to Bubble Potato on the Ornn. The Molten is getting called out as well in their own jungle.
Molten getting caught out, and this is looking like a free Baron for Team Sheep. Team Sheep snowballing this lead massively.
Yeah, it just seems like, they're probably going to have to, sit back and think a little bit about how they're going to approach the rest of this game potentially.
Yeah, just a minute ago. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just
a minute ago, this game was completely even. Yeah, I mean, if you're a JDG, you really can't do anything there. It's just Soraka, it's just Azir. If you go in 2v5, you're dead.
Yeah, it's just really difficult, even though this the side of JDG has drafted a pretty traditional comp that, looks like on paper to have a lot of appeal for this Vayne. Because this Vayne isn't as far ahead as, Avgood is on that Camille. Level 12, 2 items, completed Cole. What else is there to ask for? So yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
issues,
I mean,
on their side.
Avgood has definitely taken control of this game if he's able to solo kill Q-Links like that.
Yeah, and it doesn't really have much of an issue. Like Vayne does have, and Avgood is just taking over the map, just threading through this Ornn now. Even though Ornn looks like they have like 3 billion HP, it's just about half HP in the second part of the queue.
For sure, and Ziggs combined with this Baron buff is going to do so much tower damage. Molten Wings having to pop the Nature's Graph just to get away from Jason in the box. We have this 1-3-1 setup from Team Sheep, executing well. The Rupture goes down, Sheep kills Molten Wings. Avgood has complete control of top lane, likely going to be able to kill Bubble if he doesn't just walk away soon.
Yeah, we're just kind of seeing that like every part of the map on the side of JDG is kind of being, riddled with holes being picked open. They don't really have good answers to the
Bubble popping the Oranhorn. Avgood is low, uses the Hextech Ultimatum to dodge. Both of them looking roll. Hookshot lands, but Q-Links is here, and Q-Links gets the shutdown. Massive shutdown for Q-Links as they look to hope for a way back in the game.
Yeah, Q-Links looking like, their alpha revenge, getting the bounty that Avgood had on his head, catching it right back on there, and getting a 700 gold bounty, I believe. So yeah, I mean, definitely something very impactful into the pocket of Q-Links, being like kind of the main potential damage source as an answer to, that Cho'Gath front line, as well as Jarvan, as long as Jarvan isn't on top of him. But there is 2 dive champions on the enemy team, which makes it very hard for Q-Links to find his footing in these team fights.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're a JDG, your goal is have a good stream of shuffle, make sure that Azir and Vayne stay safe and are able to just do damage on this dive comp.
Yeah, and this Ziggs is always posing issues in these pre-team fight exchanges where even if as Avgood and Wolfie are looking and posturing to find a good angle onto the backline, we have Squirmy on the Ziggs just constantly throwing these bouncing bombs into the front line, the back line, anyone that gets hit. This Leandries will just make it an issue for these
Yeah,
fights.
and they're just so ahead. Molten looking caught out again, having to pop the Nature's Gap. Sheep is on a killing spree. Iron Wolfie able to just quickly catch out Molten, and it's a 4v5 yet again.
Yeah, it's really difficult for Molten. I mean, if they get, that they have that one ward in the top side of the jungle, but if they have one side of the map warded, the other side tends to be cleared out. By the side of Sheep, masterfully done. And we see that, pink ward in that's upper towards mid lane bush in the bot side jungle that, cleared any vision that made it so that they're able to catch Molten Wings out of position so easily like that. And their one ward in the top side is getting taken away again. Make it so that they basically have no idea who's in their jungle. They could be jumped out from any time, feeling like they're playing against a Rengar any moment.
Oh yeah, for sure. We have the bounties up. We have Dragon coming up in 1 minute. Looking like Team Sheep wants to take their resets, wants to spend their gold. And like, if you look at the map right now, there is almost no vision for the side of JDG. It is completely dark for them. Team Sheep has complete control of this bot side jungle. Looking like they want to get some vision now, get some control. But Team Sheep are back on the map. They have their second items. They are looking strong and are looking to posture for this Cloud Soul.
Yeah, the only issue is that they had to commit 4 people to kind of like make sure that no one would be caught out in face checking these bushes and clearing the vision. And in that time,
interesting death push. No, Jason able to spot it out with the mantra Q. Able to stay safe. Q-Links and Taki looking like they want to force this Drake, force this fight, take advantage of the fact that Sheep isn't here. They force the TP out of Sheep, looking like they're able to get this. Objective bounty claim. Iron Wolfie goes in, tries to go for the steal, and instant dies. This is looking fightable, but Team Sheep wants no part in that.
Yeah, definitely an interesting decision on the side of Iron Wolfie to kind of go for a flip like that when they're so solidly ahead. Potentially they could have tried to posture for the dragon a little better before the fight, so they are giving over that one Drake and a kill over. Essentially for free. The poke only landing on as Molten Wings gets hit by a hook shot.
Hextech Ultimatum being used on Molten. Molten just goes down and Avgood gets yet another. He is looking so scary in this game.
Yeah, we do see that there is an Oblivion Orb on that Karma and a Morello on this Ziggs, and so it's really coming into question how impactful the Soraka can really be when Ziggs is able to, with the Leandries proc, able to apply Grievous so easily. We saw the Wish did come out to try to save Molten Wings, but because he was being heal cut by the Morello, it was kind of, it was kind of doomed being stuck in the ultimatum in the first place, but the actual healing numbers coming out from the Soraka don't seem to be the most impactful thing in the game right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. We have the Morello from Squirmy. We have the Null Orb over from Jason in the box, and because he's landing so many of these bouncing bombs, they're just going to be able to constantly apply the Grievous wounds.
Yeah, and we do see Ornn item starting to come in, and it's interesting that they decided to actually put the Ornn item on the Azir first, making the Leandries Torment into something's anguish. But yeah, I mean, it is.
Yeah, I actually think that's not a bad choice. Oh, but Sheep landing the Rupture, landing the Everfrost, able to Frosted Flakes able to walk away. Molten is on one. Q-Link getting some big damage on Jason in the box. Jason in the box goes down. Hextech Cultivatum pop. This is looking like a crazy fight. Taki's getting good damage, but they're dove in. The Flag and Drag hit lands on Taki, lands on Frosted Flakes. Both of them are shut down. Frosted Flakes running for her life, and Iron Wolfie takes him down. And this looks like it might be the game. Definitely the Baron might be the game. Bubble Potato still alive. Iron Wolfie making sure that he can't do anything to stop the wave. Squirmy is low, but Squirmy is out of there. They look like they want to go kill Bubble Potato. They rub it in the face of their opponents, looking like they're going to go turn on the Baron, and that is a free ace. 5 for 1 into a Baron over for Team Sheep.
Yeah, we do see, Azir is a pretty meaningful threat, able to pump out a lot of damage with that, enhanced Leandries, but, they took out one of the carries and now you just have the magic damage to deal with, and, the side of Sheep has a little more MR than they have invested into their armor, and so it's a little difficult to try, especially with All Good being so far ahead and collecting even more.
Here Molten Wings getting the shutdown over to Avgood. Q-Links is here. This is fightable. Molten Wings getting good damage. Molten Wings goes down. Q-Links able to get 3. Gets the shutdown on Iron Wolfie. Gets Jason, but Sheep and Squirmy able to walk away with their lives. Baradon too. But if you are JDG, that is a good injection of gold in a game like this.
It's definitely super meaningful as more damage on the carries means that they're able to try to fight back against these. And Q-Links is very very strong, and as we just saw, they were actually lacking some Baron damage in that. Well, they're taking the Baron that allowed them to come back so quickly. They just don't have any meaningful, consistent ADC type of damage, having a Cho'Gath in place of a traditional ADC that just kind of made that whole exchange possible for the side of JDG, and they capitalized on it perfectly.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like the game is definitely in Sheep's favor, but JDG has ways into this. They have the Azir, they have the Vayne. They are such strong scaling champions that so long as they can stay safe, do their damage, JDG can win a fight and win the game.
Yeah, I mean, even in that fight we saw right before the Baron was was taken. With that Azir wall up, we saw that Cho'Gath was being kited pretty easily. The only issue was that Q-Links had already fallen by that point. But Iron Wolfie was able to get past obviously the Flag and Drag, going to Cataclysm on Tacky, but definitely if both ranged carries were alive and Iron Wolfie could only choose one target, it definitely creates a possible chance for them to outplay them in these team fights.
Yeah, for sure. We have Drake coming up in the next 30 seconds, and this time, Team Sheep getting priority in the mid lane, denying all the vision in the blue side jungle of JDG. So they are properly setting up this Drake this time. Molten's already getting chunked out, instantly dying from the feast and bouncing bomb. So, no contest happening, and this is going to be the soul for Team Sheep.
Yeah, at this point, one of the other issues we see on the map is that there is a little bit of a level discrepancy.
Oh, Q-Links. Yeah, Avgud popping the Hextech ultimate, and Q-Links trying to get out. Avgud's actually going down because Q-Links is able to turn around with the help of the Orin Horn. This is looking fightable, but Q-Links is diving in. Q-Links having to pop the stopwatch. Shurima Shuffle used. Q-Links able to get out. Iron Wolfie, and oh my god, is JDG going to turn this fight around? This is a complete flip. Both junglers are down. Could be the Drake going. It's going to be the Drake going over to JDG, and they are fighting back.
Yeah, Q-Links was, very Jackie Love-esque there, flashing forward, just staying inside that final hour invisibility tumble as long as they could. And also able to, pop the hourglass, or the stopwatch and flash out and, make some dodges with their tumble, allowing them to live that fight. And that's kind of like the big difference maker in these fights. Even though Q-Links is only level 14, that true damage from the silver bolts is kind of enough to make it so that they are having to watch out in these kind of extended exchanges.
Yeah, definitely. JDG looking like they're not favored in this, but signs of life from Q-Links, able to make massive plays like that, and that is their way back into it.
Now we're seeing that as Avgud, potentially not as capable of being able to one shot these champions, especially with the full team around, or maybe around the mid game mark he was ahead enough on the map to kind of just make anyone afraid. He has fallen back a little bit in farm, while the side of JDG hasn't really been slacking. A little bit helped by the fact that all the waves were pushing to their tier 1s, but you do see a Flame Horizon in that mid lane between Tacky and Squirmy. Almost 200 CS, pretty much almost on that 10 CS a minute mark. Make a case as to like showing why they're able to stay in this game, not slacking on CS and getting that golden.
Oh yeah, for sure. And right now, just farming up on the map. Baron's not coming up for at least another minute. Objective bounties actually go down, so the leads cut down to 5k. This is definitely a winnable game for JDG, so long as they can get one good fight, two good fights. They can snowball the game back in their favor.
Yeah, and just this is looking actually to be like it might be able to contest all the way to soul point for both teams. The beginning of this game looked like potentially this game was actually shorter, but surprisingly, as the gold lead seems to have grown at the biggest point as it had a couple of minutes ago, JDG is actually at the point where their team fights are the strongest.
Yeah, and something I want to point out is that Q-Links does have the GA, so he can channel his inner Jackie Love. He can pop the final hour, dash in, go for one, get his GA popped, and have his team bail him out with the Nature's Grasp from Maokai, with the shuffle over from Azir. So they're really looking to Q-Links to be able to carry this one for them.
Yeah, I mean definitely, as we said before, like all the Ornines are coming in, both range carries, Azir and the Vayne, have their own items online and are having kind of extra scaling where potentially even though they are down around 4.5k gold, these Orn items are creating a lot of value, and the value is getting put in the right places that allows them to overcome. And upgraded Moonstone is able to get more healing, where even though potentially they are getting heal cut by the Sigs, they are able to counteract some of that poke.
Oh, Avgud popping the Hextech ultimatum on Bubble Potato. Avgud looking to get this solo kill. Bubble Potato able to tank a lot, but hookshot lands. Bubble Potato having to pop the flash. Q-Links popping the final hour. Oran Horn being sounded. Condemn doesn't fully land, but Q-Links is doing so much damage. Avgud might go down. Q-Links is on a rampage, and Q-Links is able to turn this around for JDG. Shurima Shuffle on Squirmy as well. Tacky takes him down, and that is 2 down for 0. Baron looking like it's going to go over to JDG, and that might be the swing they need to take the lead.
And Algo definitely was looking to be proactive on the map, making sure that they were able to maintain their lead, but in the aftermath of his attempted solo kill on Bubble Potato, ended up kind of giving away 2 for free, and now this Baron is definitely going to be pretty free on the side of JDG. It's going to be very hard for Iron Wolfie to try to get inside of that pit, especially with both the range carries being alive.
Yeah, Molten securing the Baron, and now they're only down 2k, but I definitely favor JDG now, because look at the items of everyone. Everyone's at 3 items, 4 items. Like, this is the point in the game where the Azir and Vayne can really just take down these frontliners, instantly kill these squishies. Like, if you are Team Sheep, like, you are like kind of in fear now, because you have to take down Azir and Vayne instantly, but the amount of peel that they both have makes it so hard.
Yeah, now just like the lack of mobility besides the side of Camille and Jarvan, like the issue they are facing in these team fights is that the only person that can capitalize really on a Jarvan engage is maybe one rupture from the Cho'Gath and then the Camille diving in. But when you're diving into a team of 5 with the Soraka peeling on the backside with an exhaust even on the backhand, it's really difficult for them to actually find one of these kills now that we're in the late game.
Yeah, for sure. Soul coming up. Q-Links popping the final hour. Squirmy's about to go down. Squirmy goes down to the Oran Horn. Molten diving in on Iron Wolfie. Iron Wolfie stopped. Really good knockup from Bubble to stop the flag and drag. Flash from Iron Wolfie, but Molten Wings slays Iron Wolfie. That is going to be the Drake for JDG, and JDG is about to get the gold lead for the first time in this game.
Yeah, and they're just 700 gold away, but at this point, just where all the gold is at, it feels like this Vayne is unstoppable. That GA hasn't even been popped once, and hasn't even seen a scenario where it looks like it would have been popped. Such with Frosted Flakes just
oh yeah, definitely. Bubble just looking to cover Q-Links as they go to take this tower. Tacky and Molten going to take the Drake, but Q-Links wants blood. He sees red. Avgud using the Hextech ultimatum to get Sheep out, just walking away, but Q-Links is doing so much damage. I don't know what they can do to take down this Vayne. He has the flash, he has the GA, looking like they walk away though.
Yeah, it looks like by the time that the next Drake or Baron is going to be up, Q-Links will have that Ghost and will make it so that even if they try to run away, the Ghost in combination with the Vayne passive just makes so that it's impossible to run away, in all honesty. With the fleet footwork, the Wit's End, there's so much movement speed going into the side Q-Links. It'll make it so hard for anyone to actually capitalize on any potential misplay. At this point, Q-Links can probably 1v1 anyone on the map, where before where Q-Links was down 3 levels on Sheep, they're now matched in XP, and at this point, having that level 3 final hour at this point just a little much to overcome in these team fights.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, this game is definitely not in Team Sheep's favor anymore. Like, if you're Sheep, like Team Sheep, what can you do? Like, how do you get back into this game?
Yeah, the only way is to potentially find a pick on the side on either Tacky or Q-Links. Specifically Q-Links in particular, as once you take out the backline damage, I mean, Ornn and Maokai on their own aren't realistically going to be able to one-shot anyone on the team, but that is a bit of a tall ask at the moment, as they're pretty much playing, pretty grouped around their carries and making sure that they're keeping them safe. Even kind of Molten Wings kind of falling back in terms of farm and XP and even gold, just to kind of allow his carries to get as much gold as possible.
Yeah, and you say, hopefully get a pick on Q-Links, but like, look at his build. He has Wit's End, he has a Spectre's Cowl, and like, most of the damage from Team Sheep is coming from Sheep himself. It's coming from Ziggs. It's coming from that AP burst, AP poke. So like, really, how can you one shot Vayne?
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a tall ask, especially since I mean they're not in a situation. All if you look at all these builds, they are very squishy. No one on the team, as you saw, even Q-Links even sold their last Whisper in favor of that Spectre's Cal for a little more survivability because they recognize that there
Yeah,
isn't much
Molten
that they
Wings
can do.
popping the Nature's Grasp, able to get this inhib tower for free, no contest. Sheep having a TP back mid, looking to see if they can get a fight, but JDG just walking away.
Yeah, and as like they're playing as pretty five stacked, and even if they are caught on the ward somewhere, there isn't much that they could realistically do in terms of damage. I mean, as we saw, like at this point, it's pretty hard for it to like position in any way that could potentially swing the fight in a major way, unless you know the Ziggs is allowed to get a ton of free poke. It's just very difficult for them.
Oh yeah, definitely. And looking like that, JDG wants to start to angle towards the Baron, making sure that they get topside control. Sheep and Avgood looking to see if they can get a pick, but we'll see if they can get anything off that. Bubble Potato gonna just human ward, gonna face check, but Avgood walking away because they know that they cannot one-shot Bubble Potato.
At this point, I feel like we might want to, you know, just see the dance a while. I feel like this Karma is starting to lose out in value. The poke isn't doing too much meaningful damage at this point. They're just kind of there to continue spraying more Grievous and give a little more mobility to the team. That's why I feel like what they're really lacking at this stage in the game is the damage to close out on any of these kills. As you know, that mantra Q hardly even tickled them.
Yeah, it does nothing. Like, Molten and Bubble are able to just walk up and force the control of the river by themselves. Just tanking every Q, tanking every bouncing bomb, and Baron is about to spawn. Sheep has a flank, so we'll see if Sheep can get anything with that. At the same time,
Yeah.
though, you know, not like just doing the Baron dance right now.
Yeah, just so little meaningful damage coming in, and if Soraka lands like any starfall on any of the champions, just you know Moonstone proc along with the free you know infusion healings as Ironically
Yeah,
does proc
fight
in.
going in. Sheep dominating, taking down Taki, or taking down Frosted Flakes. Taki's on a killing spree. Squirmy goes down. GA popped from Q-Links. Bubble Potato takes down Iron Wolfie, but Q-Links is back up, and Taki is untouched. Double kill for the Azir. Molten Wings takes down one, and Azir TPing, looking like they end. Only Sheep up in a 4-for-1 trade.
Yeah, as we see that GA popped on the side of Achilles for the first time, coupled with that flash, reminiscent of his stopwatch play earlier, able to flash behind Avia to get it condemned into the
Yeah,
wall.
Sheep doing his best to try to get one back, but Q-Link's killing Sheep, and it's looking like it's gonna be the game for JDG. What a banger in game one!
Definitely a great match to start off this LAN series of the finals. As we will see the Nexus fall. So what were your thoughts about the game? What were some key moments you felt like really determined that match?
I think one of the biggest things was that pick. Definitely Q-Link's able to take down Avgood, able to take down Iron Wolfie. That gave JDG the Baron, and that just snowballed the game for them from there.
Definitely. I think that they were definitely, you know, taking a step back and evaluating how they're approaching these team fights. And, you know, just general outplay in these team fights was what allowed them to get back in the game. And ultimately just, you know, close out the series. Or not the
Yeah,
series, but that game.
game one. Yeah, but JDG currently up 1-0. We'll see if Sheep can get it back. But before we leave, I just want to shout out Seasonic for being able to provide us PC cases and PSUs as the first place prize for both our Valorant tournament and our League tournament, which you are seeing right now. But till then, we will be going on a short break, and we will see you when we return. All right, I'm ready.
And we're back. Going into the draft for game 2, we see a couple bands.
I'm
I think
unsure
this.
which side is blue and which side is red, but if I had to guess, just purely based on the bands, looks like Team Sheep chose blue side yet again.
Yeah, we are seeing, two champions or a couple champions from the last game being banned out. That Ornn, and Azir caused some problems, and kind of identified as major pain points, from the last game, as well as Jarvan and Cho'Gath, being,
Yeah,
on the other end, being identified as pain points.
yeah, two specific target bans for Sheep because not only is he a Cho'Gath bot player, but he is also a Scion bot player. So they specifically want to target out Sheep as we see the Ari lock over for the side of, I believe, Taki. Senna in return, so it could be the Maokai bot. Maokai is a flex pick in this.
There's a couple ways that the Senna could go. A couple pairings that can go with. It could be like a fasting Senna. It could be straight up just farming Senna ADC. Not the most terrible thing, although it's been fallen out of favor as of late. But Senna is in a pretty strong spot at the moment, so we'll see who he decides to pair that
Ooh,
with
this is
ultimately.
the Karthus lock, and Karthus is another Sheep special. So I think this is going to be the Karthus Senna bot. I'm not 100% sure, but likely just going to be the Senna support farming Karthus. Could be Karthus jungle, but we will see.
Yeah, and choosing or at least hovering the Lulu thus far, we'll see what they ultimately decide to go with.
Yeah,
As they do
locking in the
lock the
Lulu.
Lulu.
We'll see what the bans are for this next phase.
And I think you have to kind of be concerned with is in theory, blue side does have, kind of three champions that can flex different roles, and so we'll see if they are tripped up by that or just go and ban some mid laners away and make this
Oh
Ari
yeah,
lane even
definitely.
easier.
I think there's the mouse ban, really really good into Ari, and I don't know about Squirmy's champion pool, but that spell shield makes Charm very much a pain. I would know as an Ari player.
Yeah, and we see the Ziggs being banned out again. That constant poke being very annoying, and we'll probably see another ADC ban coming away. Q-Links was able to kind of run away with the game last game on that vein, and we'll see if they're gonna ban away like another hyper carry that would match with this Lulu.
Yeah, definitely. There's the Wukong ban. I guess Wukong top because looking at JDG's team, like every role's pretty set. There's just top and mid that haven't been picked yet.
Yeah, as you
Ooh, and
see a Twitch coming in with the Twitch Lulu.
I love that for Q Links. Just from last game alone, he was looking to he had to 1v9 carry. So Twitch is like one of the perfect characters for that.
100% that Veigar's coming in, and we are seeing a ton of damage being drafted on the side of blue, as well as a ton of scaling on that hand. This Karthus, Senna, Veigar all scales very well into the late game, potentially looking like they could zone them out with the Karthus wall and the Veigar cage, and make it hard for them to reach. As we have a Fiora on stage.
Ooh, the Fiora for Avgood definitely wants to play the heavy split push, heavy solo carry. So once again, looking like another Avgood versus Q Link special.
100%, especially with Ari and Sejuani being drafted out. We'll see what the last pick is for the top side, as is a Malphite kind of there to try to counteract this Fiora. Make sure
Yeah,
that they could be some more peeling for the side of Twitch with that ult coming in, that charge, knocking people up, point and click ability, of course.
yeah, for sure, definitely. Bubble Potato, 100% gonna just play the weak side here. Just gonna play safe, make sure that they survive. While pretty sure everyone else is gonna be hard focusing Q Links, doing whatever they can to get them ahead.
100%. This is looking like definitely a draft for Q Links. Honestly, without the Twitch, there isn't any major sources of damage. Ari isn't known for being like the strongest extended teamfight champion, more of a dash around, do some damage here and there, and catch an opponent out with the charm, making their team able to capitalize it. on that damage. Outside of blue side, we do see that they don't have a ton of peel, and so this Twitch going invisible, sneaking around, and ambushing them from the back with this Lulu, makes it potentially very hard for them in team fights because Twitch is very strong at shredding all these champions. Can go for a very high damage heavy build. Maybe going for like that press the attack or fleet footwork just to ensure that he survives a little longer. It's not looking like these fights will take too long for Lethal Temple to potentially knock in. Might want some more high damage, high burst damage.
Yeah, definitely. I think something interesting to see on the side of Team Sheep is that they are likely running the Karthus Senna bot, but having seen how Sheep has played, Karthus will be farming. So this is going to be the pure support Senna. This isn't going to be fasting. This isn't going to be farming. So like they're definitely playing it to just see if Sheep can carry yet again.
Yeah, definitely. As we wait for the game to load in, I'll take a quick moment to get a sponsor. As EG is coming to the LAN, the Evil Geniuses and the Genius League have brought their VCT Roadshow to UCSB. I believe they brought the Champions Trophy. If any of you there are there at the LAN in person, I highly recommend checking it out. You can do !EG in the chat to join their Discord server, the Genius League Discord server. If you're interested in potentially joining the industry, they hold community nights, they hold talks and coffee chats and all that. So if you're interested, pop that comment in the chat and it'll get you connected with them.
Yeah, definitely. Once again, thank you very much to EG. We do have an EG representative here at the venue. So, if you are in person, feel free to stop by, say hi. His name's Carlos. He's great. He's next to me right now, so. 2 minutes till draft, so, Ethan, what are your thoughts as a whole on, each side's draft? What do you think the strengths and weaknesses of each side, and who do you think, won this draft?
Yeah, as I said, I do think that's the side of JDG did draft a more traditional comp, focused on that Twitch hyper carry, making sure that they do have some significant magic damage to make sure that they can't all just stack armor, especially because Sheep did draft such a fairly squishy comp. Senna and Karthus are, especially Karthus in particular, having that kind of suicide passive where potentially I guess Sheep could just flash forward, make sure he's doing as much damage as possible, popping off a Requiem, seeing if they could pick off any damage there. But I do feel like the longer this game goes, potentially more issues will arise for the side of JDG, as that Karthus could definitely do a ton of damage in these team fights. And if Karthus doesn't finish off any of his champions, that Veigar Primordial Burst will kind of do the rest of the damage. So lots of big threats to look out for, but in terms of pure team fighting, I think that JDG does have a potential to kind of just wipe out their team before they're able to get one shot themselves.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree. As we said earlier, this team is very much built around making sure that they can enable Q links on the Twitch as much as possible. Whereas, Team Sheep, they got some comfort, they got some, they have some peel, and they have a lot of damage compared to the last game.
100%. So yeah, we'll have about 15 seconds before we start loading up into the game. Hope everyone's having a good time at the LAN. Excited to see another good game between these two. Judging by the looks of the first game, looks like it's gonna be a pretty good battle.
I am excited. Definitely. I am hoping for a banger just like the last game, and that is fully what I expect with this draft. Right about now, loading in, so looks like it'll be a fun time.
Alright, skin check. We do see Q-Links using, the Crime City Twitch skin, kind of popularized by IRL, having Twitch have that little gun in his hand. Don't know what type of gun to call it in particular, but always popular with the Twitch mains.
You're talking about the Crime City Twitch, right? Like the crime one?
Yeah.
Good old Tommy gun Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's cool and all, but, you know, Jason in the box, rocking that LV, rocking the prestige shoe. So, you know, I think both teams are pretty swagged out.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single default skin in the match at the moment.
I think
Since the first
Karthus might
5
be
games.
Karthus might be on one. Maokai. I think Sheep and Iron Wolfie look like they have default skin, and like, you know, like, I think that's like the ultimate Chad move, because like, look at Faker. Faker never uses skins, and he's Faker.
That is very true. We'll see if any Faker moments happen today. And so yeah, we do see that they decide to
Yeah.
all stack in that bot bush, while the side of JDG does elect to do a more standard 5 points, more stacks on that bot side. You know, scan out any potential early invades. As Q-Links does have that lethal tempo, so you know, long engages
Yeah,
are
for
going to be
sure.
going in their favor. So probably best not to get that invade in. As Sheep pulling like a boss move, never buying those HP pots, potentially thinking they're like a waste of gold. We'll see how that plays out
Yeah,
in the
that's
later
that's
phase.
actually really interesting that Sheep didn't buy any HP pots. Like, you know, I hope it's intentional. You know, maybe he's rocking Inspiration Secondary, is able to, you know, get a quick first buy, but we'll see. I mean, maybe he just thinks those aren't necessary, as we see a standard bot to top clear with the leash from from Iron Wolfie. At the same time, though, Molten doing a leashless clear, starting from top side. So once again, you know, both sides are definitely wanting to play towards their, you know, A-team player.
Yeah, Jason in the box going for, you know, kind of an aggressive trade, but catching that vision in the bush made it so that kind of losing out that trade against Dulu, taking a lot of damage from the minions, which is kind of the biggest thing, as Q-Links does go invisible for a second, potentially looking to get a quick trade, make Jason in the box go closer to lethal range.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I mean, you know, Jason in the box on the center, able to get so much poke out. Sheep as well, landing each of these Qs. But Jason taking a huge chunk there. Q-Links has level 2, is going invis. Q-Links trying to see if he can get one. Pops the ghost as well. Exhaust pop back from Sheep. Q-Links just walking away. And looks like some's traded. But Sheep taking good damage. Really good trade for Q-Links at the cost of just the ghost. So ghost for exhaust bot lane. Really good trade in the favor of Q-Links and JDG.
So important to note is that Karthus is being forced to take the space back. Q-Links and Frosted Flakes are both essentially full HP, both have their flashes up. And so yeah, they're able to just hold this wave here and kind of deny Karthus some XP, as Jason in the box having to pop both their HP pots. Lane is not going to great, as Obgood is about to get clapped by this Malphite real quick.
Yeah, Obgood taking some big damage. Like, he's going to be playing on the other side of the wave, but Iron Wolfie is here to back him up, make sure that Obgood's able to pick up this wave, because Obgood's up damage, or Obgood's going to be up a lot of CS. Iron getting good damage. Bubble Potato is out of mana on the Malphite. I don't know what he can do here, because, you know, if you're a Bubble Potato, you'd love to back, because his wave's in a bad spot. Flash from Iron Wolfie, gets the stun, gets the knockback. Bubble Potato still has the flash up, but I think Bubble Potato still. Oh my god! At the same time, bot lane, Jason in the box, having to pop the flash, having to pop the barrier. Sheep is back in lane, but Q-Links is going in on them. Molten Wings is coming down. Sheep is low HP. Sheep goes down. First blood goes to Q-Links, and Bubble Potato is still running away. Avgud and Iron Wolfie are so deep, but Bubble gets the kill on Avgud. Bubble Potato has the help of Taki. Taki's here. This is a pure skirmish on both sides of the map. Bubble Potato finally goes down from Squirmy Shark. Taki high HP, looking to see if he can get anything. It's really, really close. Flash has to be popped from Squirmy, but Taki lands the charm. Taki takes down Iron Wolfie, and that is 3 kills to 1 for JDG. Looking like a good game too. Molten wants to see if he can get more. That's another kill. Molten getting Squirmy. So that is 4 for JDG to 1 for Team Sheep. Looking really, really good for JDG this time.
And that was actually an insane play coming outside of JDG. It looked like Bubble Potato's kind of caught out of, out of position there at the top lane, trying to, prevent Obgood from potentially holding a freeze against him. But Iron Wolfie coming back to, make sure that he cannot kill Obgood. And, it looked like it was pretty doomed with the, flash W from the Maokai onto the Malphite. But both being able to live so long, having, Taki rotate up, or rotate, towards that flat side jungle.
Definitely.
Taking one back before he loses his life was made that already very worth for his time, and just all those trades all those kills without being traded back on the side of Sheep just was really the cherry on the top for them.
Yeah, it's definitely really good play from Bubble Potato. I wish I could see the replay of that, but like, look at the wave difference up top. You know, Malphite's only at 16 CS. Avgud has complete control of this lane, making sure to trade anytime he tries to walk up. So yeah, Avgud's just perma up CS.
Yeah, and there is, you know, a little bit of issue where the gold lead that's Bubble Potato could have gotten isn't necessarily the highest, as they will maybe get back about like maybe 9 CS. So the deficit isn't as terrible on my first scene, but Avgud is making it very hard for Bubble Potato to claim any of this CS.
Oh yeah, definitely. Really massive stacked wave. We have, yeah, Bubble's kind of just on an island, you know. We have Molten Wings already pathing towards bot, looking to either get the early Drake, maybe a gank. No, looks like the early Drake on spawn. So this time it's JDG's turn to have the early dragon stacking, make sure they maintain control of this game.
For sure, 100%. And I mean, at the moment is 4 kills to 1, about 1k gold difference, which is a pretty significant difference at this point in the game. The important is that the Twitch gets that last auto on that dragon.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like, look at the item difference. Oh, level 6 from Taki. Taki getting the charm, getting the E. Taki solo killing Squirming Shark, and that is just the difference in items right there. Veigar only had the Amp Tome, the Sapphire Crystal, whereas Ari already had Lost Chapter. So, Taki so much stronger, knowing his damage, able to get that solo kill for free.
Great awareness of that level of timing on Taki, kind of jumping in off of that level 6, using that Spirit Rush, do as much damage as possible. Yeah, we'll see Iron Wolfie just clearing their red buff, doing standard jungle things. Not much else to do on the map at the moment except claim their camps.
Oh my god, this is so much for Taki. He even gets a plating on top of that. It, like, this game is already really rough for Team Sheep. Got some funny
as I mentioned
interactions.
earlier, their comp definitely would prefer to scale into the late game without bleeding too much. We'll see if they're able to kind of recoup their losses later in the game, but at the moment they are at a very weak point in this early game, kind of, you know.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Bubble able to get this shove in top. You know, that loss has been limited, only down 20 CS, so it's not as bad as it was initially. But the rest of the map for JDG is just winning so hard.
Yeah, JDG picking up that first Drake, now picking up the first Herald, where last game we saw that the Dragon first Herald were traded for each other. JDG is capitalizing on all these.
Yeah, Iron Wolfie looking to cover for Jason and Sheep. Exhaust popped by Frosted Flakes, barrier popped by Senna as well, by Jason. But you know, we're just gonna walk away 0 for 0. I believe Q-Links did pop the ghost as well. But you know, as you were saying, the Herald being taken by JDG really just showcases how big the lead is, because usually one side doesn't get both neutral objectives. Q-Links trying to go in for a cheese kill, but Q-Links having to walk back out. Exhaust pop by Sheep, I believe. Q-Links likely going to go down, takes down Jason in the box with him, goes down in return. Sheep getting some gold. So, you know, a 1-for-1 trade, not that bad if you are Team Sheep.
Yeah, just the state of the wave makes it a little awkward, but you know, trying to that base tank, so that's at least on the top side. The Malphite isn't really afraid of any ganks coming in, and at this moment, not really at risk of a dive. As Maokai's on the other side of the map, just, you know, walking up in their camps once again. Massively stacked up under his wave, under his tower, but yeah, not at risk of being dived at the moment, which is nice.
Oh yeah, 100%. And you know, Sheep was trying to get that tower plating, but this is unfortunate for him because he's unable to get that, I believe, and you know, now he has a less ideal back, as we see Taki Spirit rushing in, missing the charm, and Squirmy able to just walk away. But you know, once again, really good proactivity. Herald instantly dropped for Q-Links and looking like a potential dive. Jason with a really good flash to dodge the Sejuani ult, and Molten is tanking. Molten is likely going to go down. Wow, Molten goes down from Karthus' Requiem, but Q-Links does get the trade kill on to Jason.
Yeah, and that was really good for Q-Links, as we got, you know, I believe like 2 shared plates of gold as well as another kill. Puts Q-Links up above in gold enough to get to that bounty threshold. See both the mid laner and the Twitch. Oh, as Sheep Groper does, or Sheep walks forward, Flash forward to try to get a kill back, but we'll see if Q-Links can do some fancy footwork and make sure that he doesn't die to these little blasts.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is really good for Q-Links. Gets another kill already. Sheep is having a rough time. Iron Wolfie and Jason look like they want to go for something. Q-Links has no mana. Nature's Grasp popped by Iron Wolfie, but both get hit by the Nature's Grasp. Wild Growth used. Q-Links trying to get as much damage as possible. Wow, he gets Jason! Killing spree for Q-Links, but he does get shut down. Iron Wolfie popping the flash, trying to get Frosted Flakes, but Molten Wings is here to cover his Lulu. Make sure that it is still a good trade for JDG. Oh! Bad flash! Frosted Flakes flashes into Senna's ultimate and Jason gets a kill back! Oh my god, this is a fiesta already!
That was unfortunate, just, you know, pure reaction, but their mouse is probably in the wrong place, and flashing back to get that kill where they tried so hard and used so many resources to actually live in that exchange.
Malphite popping the ultimate as well, but, you know, I'm pretty sure Avga's just able to walk away. Molten Wings trying to look. Sheep is up way too far. Maybe trying to see if he can get a trade kill back, but Q-Links has another kill on Sheep. Sheep is having a rough game. Jason, though... Oh my god, this is a crazy fight. Event Horizon goes down and looks like both sides just walk away.
And Sheep is finding himself kind of overextending a lot of these situations, getting a little greedy to get some kills. Not even having first strike, so maybe trying to get a Dark Harvest proc to make them a little stronger in the late game, but yeah, Twitch already back up to that Bork already, which...
Oh, Molten Wings looking like Molten Wings wanted to get something. Pops the Glacial Prison onto Jason. Q-Links is there. Q-Links is invisible. Has the Ghost. Tacky's here as well. Squirmy's in an awkward spot. He might have to flash if he has it. If he doesn't have flash, he might just die. Looks like he doesn't have the flash. Molten going back in on Squirmy. Good charm. Really good wild growth onto Squirmy. Squirmy goes down, but Q-Links is back. Iron Wolfie with the flank. Popping the Nature's Grasp, and this is looking like a really good trade. Sheep is doing so much damage. Tacky trying to get what he can. Molten trying to get what he can. Molten is able to get Sheep on the return. Frosted Flakes is going to go down to the Requiem, and that is an amazing trade for Team Sheep. They are back in the game with that one.
And that's what we really saw, where these team fights, they can capitalize on, where they can do a lot of damage, and maybe they'll die back, but they kind of have the safety net of that Karthus ult, along with the Dark Harvest and the Leandrius, trying to finish off any, you know, stragglers in the fight, as we saw with Frosty Flakes right there on that Lulu, having just a little bit of HP and, you know, her Pix shield fading away as the Karthus Requiem lands and ultimately losing their life.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really well executed fight from the side of Team Sheep. You know, I was not expecting that Maokai flank up until I saw the Nature's Grasp immediately hit onto Q-Links, immediately hit onto Taki. So, you know, I don't think they were expecting it either, and now the goal lead is back to dead even.
Yeah, and really the pivotal moment of that fight was that Event Horizon by the Veigar catching 3 members of the team, allowing Maokai and Iron Wolfie to dive onto the Twitch and shut Q-Links down and kind of take away the damage from the rest of the fight. As we mentioned, without the Twitch, even though Ahri is very strong at the moment in terms of you know, how ahead they're able to get early game, there's not a lot of sustained damage without this Twitch, and so that's how the fight really was able to kind of spiral out of JDG's hands.
Yeah, definitely. And while Iron Wolfie and what's their name, Molten Wings fight over this blue buff, I do want to point out, look at the build from Taki. Taki went Ludens. Not very common on Ahri nowadays. Ahri does tend to go the Everfrost, tends to play more of a catcher, but Taki really wants to push this lead, really wants to push the fact that he has damage.
Yeah, definitely being kind of the sole, you know, AP threat on the side of JDG, kind of last game on that Azir, makes it so that, you know, something like Leandrius could potentially help with the fight, especially with in these fights, Leandrius will get its cooldown reduced by landing more spells, and potentially might be a case of
Q-Links! Sheep and Jason don't know that they're on a ward. Sheep is doing so much damage, but the double root Q-Links takes down Sheep. But Jason in the box gets Q-Links. Jason in the box is going to take down Frosted Flakes, and somehow Team Sheep make it work in the bot lane. 2 for 1, kills going over to Jason, and Jason is going to be scaling into becoming a menace.
And that's what I said earlier about that Karthus passive, as the gold does swing back into the side of Sheep. Yeah, even if you trade back and kill that Karthus, there's always a threat of you dying in like the 4-5 seconds that Karthus has afterwards to just, you know, lay waste onto your body. As Molten Wings being caged in by the Event Horizon.
Yeah, we see Molten Wings just, giving up the space. Avgood coming down as well to make sure that Team Sheep gets a second Rift Herald. So, at the same time, nothing much that JDG can do. Rift Herald goes over to Team Sheep.
Yeah, and Iron Wolfie did pick up that triple kill in that fight earlier. And is making a case for going for.
Oh my God, Q-Links wants to go for another. Pops the ghost, pops the flash. Good W, but Jason in the box has vision. Jason in the box trying to see if he can get out. Is able to get out. Flash Ghost. Oh my God, Spirit Rush at the same time. Sheep is low. Glacial Prison miss. Nature's Grasp hits onto Molten Wings. Event Horizon does miss, and somehow, some way, after all this skirmishing, 0 for 0 yet again.
Yeah, and that's just really great proactivity by.
Oh my God, Q-Links once more. Q-Links sees red. He sees Iron Wolfie. He sees the kill and shut down. Massive shutdown going over to Q-Links. 400 goal shutdown. And yeah, Q-Links is just playing like a maniac. He sees kills. He wants to go for it. At the same time, Avgood popping the grand challenge. Bubble Potato can't do anything. Tried to go back into the wall to see if all 4 vitals wouldn't be popped, but Avgood just has too much damage.
That was just really unfortunate timing on the parry. Right as the parry is about to fade, the Malphite ult just hits at the tail end of that, getting stunned in the process, where potentially if it was just a half second later, potentially could have picked up that kill onto Avgood, but with Avgood popping that challenge onto the Malphite, getting that healing back, it was just too much for them to overcome, and that was just really unfortunate timing on their part.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That bubble definitely turns around if he lands the Unstoppable Force onto Avgood, but, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, the Malphite kind of met that's what happens when the Unstoppable Force hits an immovable object, and just gets a little, sauced up in the process.
Yeah, definitely. As Iron Wolfie spawning the Herald, we do have the third Drake coming up in the next minute.
Yeah, that's the Rift Herald is making its way towards that tower. Potentially could just get killed down before it reaches the tower. Unfortunately,
yeah.
It's prepping to charge, but the eye opens, I guess, popped and it's.
Yeah, something I want to point out. Oh wow,
Iron Wolfie.
Iron Wolfie getting stunned. Event Horizon stuck. Molten is stuck on the other side. This is a trade back, but the Unstoppable Force on the bubble. Fiora TPing in. Glacial Prison lands. That is a 2 for 0, and Avgood has to get the hell out of there. Charm lands. Avgood popping the parry. Is he able to get out? Yes, he is. Sheep is on the other side. Maybe looking to trade 1 for 4. Oh my God, this is looking really bad. So far, a 3 for 0. Requiem goes off. Frosted Flakes goes down. Trying to see Bubble. Oh my God, Bubble goes down from the Carthage Qs. She gets 2 back, but at the end of the day, it is a 2 for 4 in the favor of Team JDG.
And JDG is starting to, looking to start this Drake, but Avgood is, off the tail end of those 2 kills off the Countess passive, looking to cause some damage in the backline. Zoned off by that poison cask by the Twitch, but Maokai might be a little too late to try to take this Drake back.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a beautiful CC chain, a beautiful sequence of events for JDG. Just making sure that all their damage is layered, all their CC is layered. So most of Team Sheep literally couldn't do anything as they just slowly got picked off one by one.
Yeah, Taki really showing a great case as to how this Ari can be useful in these fights. Doing a great job landing these charms, whether it be to go for solo kills or aggressive plays, or just catch people trying to run away. Stack with that Sejuani, there's a lot of CC and especially a charm making people walk towards you. Yeah, I mean, Squirmy doing a great job trying to zone off the team with that Event Horizon, actually make it really hard for Keelings to, do damage in these fights and get that lethal tempo procced up. But yeah, ultimately that Sheep, kind of flank at the end made it so even if they lost their life, they're able to trade 2 back, and at this point, any kills forward is, net positive for him.
Yeah, I mean, like this has been a really bloody game. Nature's Grass pop. Bubble Potato is isolated, having to use the Unstoppable Force to get out. Frosted Flakes lands from the Event Horizon. Jason in the box gets the kill. Bubble Potato having to flash as well. Glacial Prison pop to make sure that Bubble Potato can get out. But as I was about to say, we are 20 minutes in. The game is still even. This is anyone's game right now because fights are so even. They're going either way. It really is who just gets the better engage, who lands their CC.
At this point, though, it is important to mention that Q-Links is at 2 items with an ult, and maybe going for Rune's third, especially if he goes go for that Rune's third, the enemy team is just so squishy that with these Bork procs on that rune ends, it's can be really difficult as Ari is very good at catching those last kills. So we'll kind of see. It's kind of really up to how good Sheep is utilizing their Karthus passive.
Oh, Q-Links. Well, looking in, he wants to get Jason. The Event Horizon lands, limits Q-Links, but that is so much damage. So if he had, I don't think he has flash, but if he had flash there, that was a 2 for 0.
Yeah, that was just great footwork by Q-Links, and not basically taking no damage, getting hit by that, send us there, and root at the time. But right after I said it, but basically not getting hit by a single Vigor ability. Auto the minion once that could have been the difference between potentially getting a kill, but ultimately really good outcome for Q-Links.
Yeah, right now, especially in the game, all priority is towards the Baron, because you get some good picks, you get one good fight, that's Baron, and the game swings either way.
Yeah, and both teams are at the very least pretty decent at taking that Baron. On Twitch, obviously, like Hypercray is pretty good at taking Baron, but the side of Sheep does have the Karthus and the Senna, two champions that are very good at doing consistent single target damage to that Baron. So any potential opening could just let that Baron be kind of snuck away.
Yeah, one well-executed fight or one misplay from either side will blow open the game wide open and give one team the lead. Taki having to pop the Spirit Rush, Grand Challenge issued by Avgood, but the Spirit Rush is able to get Taki away.
Yeah, a lot of just posture on this top Baron River, as you said.
Oh! Glacial Prison onto Sheep. Sheep having to pop the stopwatch. Sheep able to get out of there. Really, really massive cooldown expended.
Yeah, and also the Sentinel ult being extended right there, which is kind of like, that big damage and shield to the team, making it so that, potentially a good next fight coming up, there are some pretty key cooldowns that are, off for the next minute.
Yeah, definitely. It's, oh my god! Q-Links with the spray and pray. Jason going down. Bubble Potato securing that with the unstoppable force. Requiem goes off. Everyone is low on the side of JDG. Avgood TP. Sapling kills Bubble. Avgood wants to go crazy. Squirmy also going in. Wild Growth used just to make sure that Frostplace can get out, but Taki is here to make sure that the rest of his team can get out. And that is going to end as a 1-for-1. But control of the map over to Sheep.
Yeah, you see them posturing towards that Baron and seeing if they could potentially try to take it. Their pings are going on that side of the map, but looks like Avgood is going to keep just splitting on the map, kind of pushing that lead, constant pressure towards those towers, as Avgood was able to take down that, tier 2 tower on the bot side. Q-Links trading it back in the mid lane, making that map a little more open. So we'll see how they position as this Drake is coming up in around 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think that mid lane tower take is really massive, because this just opens up the map so much for JDG, specifically for Taki, specifically for Bubble, and even Molten, to be able to get these flanks, make sure that they get the priority targets. As we see, oh wow, what a gutsy call from Team Sheep, just doing the Baron. I don't think JDG knows about it, and they're just burning it so quick. They have all 5 there. There's so much damage. Looks like Q-Links is trying to sniff it out. He sees it. He knows. Q-Links can't do anything about it, and blue team, Team Sheep, able to get the Baron for free. Nature's Grass pop, they're looking to get Q-Links. Q-Links is isolated on his own. Looks like he's able to get out, but at the same time, the Drake going over to JDG. It is Chemtech Soul, unfortunately, which I personally think is the worst soul in the game. But, you kind of take what you can get. But really, really good macro play from Team Sheep.
Yeah, and so we'll kind of see, they did trade Soul Point for this Baron, so we'll see if they're able to, capitalize on this Baron buff in the next 5 minutes, see what they're able to do, and make sure that's, giving away that Soul Point is worth it for them, because these fights, even if they were able to get that Baron buff injection, seem like they could be potentially pretty close still.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, despite that Baron lead, I think that this game really still is 50-50. It really depends on what Team Sheep and specifically Avgood can really do with this Baron pushing potential, because they're definitely going to be playing for the map, for just to break open as much as possible.
Yeah, as you see, Frostplace kind of being alone to defend for themselves a little bit, playing with that vision, but Q-Links will lead that wave. Yeah, Just kind of looked like a one kill
Oh,
stack with all the
Flash had to be
chasing
popped by Bubble
builds.
Potato. Grand challenge issued. Doesn't have the Unstoppable Force. Unstoppable Force definitely used over the big wall. Taki getting a really good charm. Glacial Prison really good as well. Nature's Grasp able to disengage. Oh my god, Taki going in. Taki sees blood. He wants Squirmy Shark. He takes down Squirmy Shark. Sheep also going down. Shut down, but the Requiem going down. Double kill for Taki. Oh my god, that is a 2 for 0 in the mid lane. So many things expended, and the Requiem can't get frosted, can't get Q-Links. Really, really good trade back, and we are back to even gold at 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's just actually insane what they're able to pull off right there. You know, just utilizing very interesting team fight. Maokai going in, but somehow lacking the damage, and that Requiem did do decent amounts of damage, but yeah, just if they aren't able to get a big burst up front, they're just not really able to close out these kills, and they really need cards to stay alive a little longer to try to poke them down a little longer. Especially Taki be able to rush all the way to back, like taking out Squirmy, taking out Senna, just really cause issues for their long-term team fight plans.
Yeah, definitely. And something I didn't notice until just now is that Iron Wolfie didn't build the Radiant Virtue. So building the Liandry's gives him so much more damage, but that just makes him that much more squishy. So going in like 1v3 like that, he just kind of gets the kill onto Frosted Flakes, but then he just instant dies in return. He doesn't have any survivability, so diving in like that is basically a one-way trip for him.
Yeah, I mean, going for that Abyssal Mask, definitely noting that all the damage on their team is on the APN, and Senna's kind of there to pose some threats to the AD side, but as I said, Runan's coming in for a Twitch now. So much on-hit damage coming in. Yeah,
Q-Links popping the spray and pray yet again on Sheep, but really, really massive event horizon into the Senna ultimate. Wow, Squirmy Shark takes down Frosted Flakes as well. Molten Wings getting grand challenge. Molten Wings about to go down. Requiem being popped. Molten Wings goes down. Bubble Potato also being dove. This is going to be a 4 for 0. Avgood taking another one down. This is so good for Team Sheep. Really, really good response to Q-Links' aggression.
Yeah, I mean, just massive healing coming on Q-Links. Also all that XP and gold coming from the side laning all game. Already level 16.
I think this might be the end. Death timers aren't 10 seconds. They're going for it. Taki's the only one here. He has to clear the wave. If he clears the wave, he could potentially save the game. Q-Links and Frosted Flakes are back up. Nope, looks like they want to walk away. Taki wants to see if he can get one. Really, really oh my god, Taki's gonna go down. Great parry into Event Horizon. Q-Links is 1 HP about to go down. There's currently no wave, and it's up to Molten and Frosted Flakes to get this alone. They have to clear the wave here. They have to make sure that it doesn't get to turret. Bubble Potato's back up. Nature's Grass being procced, and oh my god, is this gonna be game 2 going over to Team Sheep? Sheep is on a killing spree. Bubble doing what he can. Frosted Flakes doing what she can, but that is going to be game. Really, really massive swing. It was even this whole time, but one fight sealed the deal for Team Sheep, and we are going to a game 3.
Absolutely insane finish to that game 2. We literally just talked about how even the game seemed, that just one big fight, one overstep by Q-Links kind of cost them that whole game. Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely insane ending to that game.
Yeah, and Q-Links had insane aggression, but it was really, really smart, of all of Team Sheep, to be able to just counter that aggression with the amount of CC that they have, and, just making sure that Q-Links couldn't go crazy with the spray and pray.
Yeah, and especially at that end there, right there, that repost, that parry from Avgood on that Fiora, blocking that charm, and even turning that charm into a stun onto that Ahri, made it so that the base defense looked like they were backing off, but because they're able to get that one kill, they're able to kind of turn all around. Q-Links being caught shortly after and costing game 2 for them.
Yeah, and we will be going to another quick break before we get back to game 3. But before we do, I just want to shout out MSI. Big thanks to them for providing us loaner laptops at our free play arcade here at Corwin at our LAN. So feel free to if you're in person, hop on those, play some games, and if you can't, just go on the Twitch chat. Type in the command !MSI in Twitch chat to join their student Discord. Once again, thanks MSI, and we will see you at game 3.
Or just yeah. Welcome
And
back. Oh, my bad, bro. My bad.
looks
My
like we are
bad.
back into game 3, getting right into the draft. This time, JDG has selected blue side, as you can see with the specific bands: two sheep, the Scion, the Cho'Gath, and the Senna from last game from Jason. Red side bands are Orin and Azir thus far. We're looking into the third band right now.
All right, make your prediction on what the ban is. I am going to say it's my bad.
I mean, it makes sense that it's Xayah. Xayah's like one of the most OP ADCs in general right now.
Definitely also strong champion instant play style. They kind of all funnel into these big like team fights. Definitely don't want those feathers to fly everywhere and get called back through their hearts. But yeah, definitely Maokai being very popular pick this series. Finally going over the way of JDG. For the first time, unless I'm crazy. No, I'm
Yeah,
crazy. They've definitely picked it before, but
picked up the Maokai, or
I was Maokai. Oh, I'm going crazy, man.
Maokai. No. I'm pretty sure no, you're crazy. Maokai was picked in game 1 by JDG, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
On the other side, Karthus yet again for sheep. Nocturne being picked up for I believe Iron Wolfie. Interesting pick. I know it is strong in solo queue right now.
Definitely a good champion to play. Just fast clear, kind of capitalize on the fact that Maokai is a little bit of a slower clear. Last game, the jungle tempo was definitely a bit slower on both sides, but Nocturne able to kind of power farm, get that 6, and then look for isolated plays on those side lanes, which kind of seems like it's doing fairly well going for these picks on the side. As you see, the bot lane looking to be picked up. Kai'Sa strong champion, kind of one of those champions that, you know, buys anything in the shop. I believe Umbral Glaive is like the first item at the moment, but
Yeah, I mean it depends on the game definitely. I am curious to see what Q links will go here, and like it'll be pretty easy to tell based on the rune choice. Or sorry, not yeah, Q links. Based on the rune choice, we'll see whether he looks to build that lethality build or just a more standard ADC. Um, Interesting. Pike for Jason on the red side. I I kind of like that. Not gonna lie.
yeah, kind of looking to punish any oversteps and get massive executes. Um, get
Yeah,
both Pikes cuts and whoever is sharing that gold with him.
yeah,
Yeah, as we're seeing that Fura being banned out, that split push, Ovgood being an absolute menace on that champion. Anything that's like a more of a carry role, they want to kind of avoid having Ovgood on so that they can have a better chance on that side lane to make sure that he doesn't join those team fights and just roll them.
yeah, definitely. And that Wukong ban yet again. Is this guy is one of these players like a Wukong top or mid player? Because it is an interesting ban. It's like knowing that the Maokai's already locked in.
Yeah, something more interesting as they are opting for this Veigar once again. That cage did pose a lot of issues where it just takes one wrong step into the boundaries of the event horizon to kind of make a team fight. Flip the other way. Now looking at potentially Taki playing an AD champion in the mid lane, which means that potentially more AP trended towards the top, or even Q-Links could go for a more AP Night Mage type of build.
Yeah, it could be the Nashor's AP poke. We will see. It is the Zed lock. Interesting to see how the Zed playstyle has evolved. I think nowadays most Zed players opt into going Conk. They go Ravenous Hydra first item and look to just like be kind of like a wave clear spammer, roamer, and just like spamming abilities rather than the one shot assassin that it used to be.
Yeah, but there's definitely some people, especially with Yumu's changes as well as Eclipse being popular as ever, that some people, as they are looking to draft a fairly at the 180 heavy comp, depends on obviously how Q-Links is designed to build this Kai'Sa, but um definitely potentially going for, if he does go for that Conqueror's that build, as you were saying, a more extended team fight, kind of poking people down with the Twin Shadow and the Shurikens, and waiting around for that Gnar timing to get a massive slam into the wall.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, as you mentioned, and we do want to keep in mind, we are playing on live patch 1320. This isn't Worlds. We don't have Tournament Realm. We're not special like that yet. So this is live patch. Item changes are in effect. That is something I wanted to bring up because every game Q-Links has purchased the Longsword 3 items despite the Doran's Blade buffs. So interesting to see as we see the Jack's final pick. So What are your thoughts on
God,
this on this so
I
far?
hate that new splash art. I hate that new splash
Oh
art.
no. Okay, same, but like just in game, he just everything else like feels smoother. I do like how he looks in game a lot more.
This is like I hate the Hecarim splash art update. I hate the Jax splash art update. Like, oh,
Oh, I hate the Hecarim one. What are your thoughts on the Cassidon one? Because like the Cassidon one, I didn't like at first, but like it's grown on me.
I'm so used to it. It's I'm used to it now. Oh, I also hate I hate the Lee Sin and Graves ability changes.
I don't mind Graves. I hate Lee Sin.
Oh, I think Zed's pretty bad.
One that I actually liked, Oriana's.
I haven't seen. I'd never played a champion. Never seen it.
Oh,
Anyways.
she is my second most played, but you know. Anyways, before we get into the game, we do have a short delay, but I do want to thank one of our sponsors, Nanoleaf. They have been providing us with amazing products and lighting kits to give away for this Game-a-thon. So in Twitch chat, !Nanoleaf to learn more. So you know, thanks to Nanoleaf for being one of the many sponsors of the Gaucho Gaming Game-a-thon. And if you do want a chance to win one of those, you got to be here in person at Corin Pavilion. So if you are local to Santa Barbara or are a UCSB student, be sure to hop in, have some fun, and win some free stuff.
Yeah, and talking about, people nearby, I also want to shout out Game Seekers in our local community. Thank you, Game Seekers. They provided all the board games that you might see in person at the LAN. They're a local business in downtown Santa Barbara. If you want to go check them out, in your free time, they sell a lot of board games and tabletop games, like a mom and pop shop, and they're a great business. It's just a great shop to stop by with your friends or maybe family to get some games, things like think Code Breakers or like Werewolf or things like that are all popular to play with friends. So yeah, thank you for Game Seekers for helping our events out.
Yeah, 100%. I love the Game Seeker stuff. I've visited the store a few times. They have some really cool board games. Definitely check it out if you have the shot.
Yeah, so just before we fully get into the game, let's to talk about the draft a little more. Um, yeah, seems like the side of Sheep is going for very high damage comp. Even higher damage comp, they don't seem to have like an actual dedicated tank front line. Everyone on their team is a damage threat in their own right. Counteracted with, we have Leona and Maokai being kind of the peel for Kaisa, Big Nar as well, or Mega Nar, having a lot of CC, so potentially, they could play front to back, they could play for, poke, make sure that Zed can potentially knock out any of those champions being very squishy on their side. Yeah, we'll see how they decide to actually deal with their game plan once they hit the rift.
Yeah, definitely. I think something to point out though is that if you look at the champions of Team Sheep compared to the champions of JDG, Team Sheep's team has so much more scaling potential, right? Because if you look at JDG, they have the Zed. Zed falls off. They have the Kaisa. Kaisa doesn't scale as hard as like a lot of ADCs, especially depending on the build that Q-Links goes. We'll see what he goes once we get into game. But on the side of Team Sheep, they have the Jax. They have Karthus. They have Vagar, and even though Vagar, like I think that his power spike is much more in the mid game. Like he does theoretically infinitely scale. So, like the later the game goes, the more I feel like the game will go into Team Sheep's favor.
Well, I said like with the Vagar scaling, it only takes one misstep into Event Horizon, take a 100% AP scaling from that W that Dark Meteor that slams down into the floor.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. It does so much. We will be getting into game in just a second, so I am excited to see what this game 3 will hold, considering that games 1 and game 2 were definite bangers.
Yep. All right, so we're about to have the quickest skin check as we load to this game potentially. We'll see what everyone's cooking as. Actually, never mind. We're just going straight into the game.
Yeah, no problem. Something I do want to point out, Q-Links does have the Hail of Blades, so it is likely he's going to be leaning towards the Umbral Glaive build. Definitely wants to get that quick burst, and like it makes sense. There's Squishy Pike, there's Karthus. They're all very one-shottable. I'm not sure, depending on what the Nocturne builds, like as you said, there's no dedicated tank, so this lethality build can do a lot.
Yeah, and as we do see them, Sheep does
Oh,
seem to like 5-stack every game, looking
yeah.
like they're going towards standing
Oh
up by that ward place.
no! They didn't get the ward one hit off, and like that would have been really massive, specifically for either Abgood or Squirmy to get the level 2 and first wave advantage. But you know, because of that, they just walk away, go back. Really, really good for JDG. They get that deep ward right around that Raptor. It's looking like another game that could have a split map.
Yeah, it does look like I mean, obviously, push advantage goes, or the clear advantage probably goes to the Nocturne in this case, but also Nocturne doesn't have as strong early ganks, not having any. Also, CC, they did have the fear, but it's a little harder to match that as the Maokai, has that's flash W to get it
Yeah,
instantly
and
off.
definitely something I want to point out as somewhat of an interesting clear is that the Iron Wolfie on the Nocturne is actually doing Raptors first. So I don't know like what's good or bad about that because whenever I jungle, I just full clear because I'm not like in coordinated like in solo queue. It's not really the play to like just intentionally like change your clear. But
I
like
believe
I'm
what
interested to see what he does.
I believe what a champion like Nocturne has the option to do as Taki does go for a quick trade on that level 2 level up. But yeah, what they can do is with these Dora and Bust changes, you can go for a solo Raptor into red buff. I think Krugs will, or you can start at. I think you could start at Raptors or Wolves, do a 4 camp clear, and then base grab the Doran's blade. Just because of the extra stats because those items are buffed.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that like Doran's on jungle or support, even support actually is like really really strong to the point that like I think that like pretty soon they're gonna make it like unique to where if you're a jungle or support you can't pick up a Doran's item because I think that like this as an early game power spike it's so much.
Oh yeah, just the stats those items have are just actually insane.
Yeah, it's so gold efficient and another good trade from Taki proccing that first strike. You know, he just has lane control early on, really really good. As we see, we see Iron Wolfie go towards his bot side. We see Molten Wings go towards his top side. So looking just like a standard full clear for both of these junglers.
Yep, as do you see a hook
Oh,
come out
Jason
from
landing the
bot?
hook onto Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes missing the E, and just a good, slightly good trade in the favor of Team Sheep.
Yeah, I mean, nothing too insane going on yet, just pretty standard laning. Frosted Flakes getting a little bit chunked out, but ultimately the lane state will be fine. We do see that Taki does have that first strike mid and capitalizing on every opportunity to get a little bit of extra gold. Maybe get your mythic online, maybe like 50 gold faster, which is potentially the difference between having a mythic before dragon or after.
Oh yeah, definitely. Something I want to point out here is that if you look at the CS, it's a really massive wave. Sheep and Jason's box are doing a really good job of preventing Q-Links on the Kai'Sa to pick up much, so it's only down 4 CS. Taki going in on that, Event Horizon having to be used, but really, really good chase from Taki. Keep in mind, this game, he has the Ignite, so he does want to go look for the kill.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately missing those shurikens, which could have potentially been the difference between, obviously Squirmy got away, but potentially dying. Does seem to be that the Veigar is having a little bit of an issue keeping the Zed off of him, taking all this poke from the shurikens, the 2 damage, or not the first strike. And yeah, first strike again propped onto Iron.
Oh my god, another hook landed by Jason into the Karthus Q. Just good poke onto Leona right now.
Yeah, just great synergy from Jason and Sheik, just insta throwing down the wall after getting dragged back by the hook, allowing a free MR reduction and lay waste onto that Leona, 3 little extra damage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so far in the game, lanes seem, for the most part, pretty even. But there are notable CS leads. Molten Wings looking to see if he can get something bot, hovering in the area. Q-Links gets hooked back. Zenith Blade lands onto Sheep. Sheep getting rooted, getting CC chained. Beautiful CC chain in first blood. Yet again goes to Q-Links. Frosted Flakes looks like he's in a bad spot. Ignite has to be popped. Flash pop by Frosted Flakes, but Jason gets the trade kill back. 1-for-1 in the bot lane. But like, if you look at where the kill gold went, you definitely favor JDG and Q-Links here.
Yeah, definitely, you know, a great effort by Jason to trade one back at least, getting Karthus. And, you know, Karthus is taking that domination tree, so, you know, one extra proc likely towards Ultimate Hunter. So it is, like, not the worst thing's happened, and also holding that way for him, so that she doesn't lose too much XP and gold, but yeah, definitely going to be happy to be Q-Links in this situation, and they're doing a great job playing around Q-Links, I think, getting first blood most of these games so far.
Yeah, definitely. Taki getting a good trade, but Iron Wolfie up top side denied some camps. Gnar having to pop the ultimate, but Bubble Potato able to just walk away. Really a massive wave that's stacked up for Avgood. It's going to be really hard for Bubble to play this lane because Avgood can just hold this wave, you know, play the top lane, make sure that Bubble Potato just can't get much.
Yeah, and that was a great pushback from Bubble Potato to get to live in that situation. Does look like he will be able to push in this wave to prevent a freeze happening and to potentially get a base. But we do see Jason in the box going up top as Taki.
Oh my god, Taki doing the death mark, getting the kill on Skirmish Shark at the same time. Avgood getting the kill on Bubble Potato, a solo kill. Looks like flashes burn on both top laners. No flash burn from Taki or Skirmy, so looking like some quick trades on each side of the map. We can really tell like which parts of the map are winning and losing on each side.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty massive gold difference being built up in the mid lane as Jason says hi to Taki, not going to be much done. Still flashed up and had a shadow in the back pocket.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a massive CS lead. 25 CS, that doesn't even factor in the extra first strike gold. Taki about to take it back, and he has his Umbral Glaive instantly. So this is a 7-minute first item for Taki on the Zed.
Yeah, actually insane. Also going to help out on these roams as so far ahead of this Veigar, making it so that the wave will probably be able to clear pretty fast, and Veigar just is not going to be able to match this Zed on these roams. As
yeah, and Molten trying to look to see if he can get anything onto the bot lane, but Sheep and Jason able to just walk away, can't get anything.
Yeah, so the streak is up and not being taken yet, so we'll see if anyone will try to make a play towards that. I will favor the side of JDG in terms of getting prio for the streak. Taki misses some shurikens, but still activates that first strike with, you know, the shadow into the shadow slash.
Yeah, definitely. And the way you're seeing the junglers play, they're both playing towards their strong sides. Molten Wings on the Maokai playing towards bot, Iron Wolfie on the Nocturne playing towards top. They're playing towards their A-team players. As we do see Iron Wolfie looking to take the Herald right now, uncontested. Looks like they can't do. Looks like there's nothing that Molten or Team JDG can do to contest that. So it's going to be free Herald going over, no Drake in return. Really good for Team Sheep.
And this is the strength of having this Nocturne that clears a little faster than the Maokai, where Maokai was still taking the red buff, doesn't even have the Raptors finish, while Nocturne was able to fully clear the top side and take the Rift Herald, reset and likely go clear out their bot side, continue building this gold lead in terms of farm.
Yeah, for sure. This game definitely a change of pace from the other two games. At this point, there were like 10 kills in the last two games, but this game a little bit of a slower pace. You know, both of these teams know that it's match point, and they definitely want that PC case in PSU, because I don't know how much it is, but it is definitely something that you want to win.
I mean, any free stuff for some Collar students is a win in my books.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, and a beautiful
Death Mark pop by Taki, beautiful trade. Event Horizon cannot save Squirmy, and this is just lane kingdom for Taki.
Surprisingly, off of that, you know, losing their mid laner, the ball is off to the back, and Zed was preoccupied with the Veigar, giving them a timing to take this first Drake, and so objectives at the moment are leaning towards the side of Sheep, but we'll really see how they can capitalize using this Rift Herald to potentially get some more value onto the map, as no place on either side has been taken so far.
Yeah, definitely, and Frosted Flakes looking like he's gonna get caught out. We have Iron Wolfie down here. Iron Wolfie popping the darkness. Oh my god, Q-Links looking to see if he can trade one back, gets the kill on the Sheep, but Sheep gets one back. So all in all, 2 for 1 for Team Sheep. Looking really good for them now in this game 3.
Yeah, and this Iron Wolf is doing a great job this game, kind of being proactive on the map, getting objectives, getting kills, and applying pressure, as evidenced by the 1-0-1. As well, Potato getting stunned up by that Jax, but being turned around by Molten Wings.
Yeah, Molten Wings is here. Really good Gnar ultimate from Bubble Potato. Avgood goes down, and the Requiem cannot do much other than get the Dark Harvest stack from Bubble Potato.
Yeah, that's a great timing on that Mega Gnar for Bubble Potato, giving the extra health to survive that Requiem after being able to slam Avgood into a wall, stunning him, getting that kill. As Taki rotates to the bot side, pushing that Karthus away from the tower and getting a free plate in the process.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, especially with the with Iron Wolf on the Nocturne, that long lane makes it so much more susceptible for Kaisa and Leona to get caught out. Frosted Flakes does get hooked. Really massive Event Horizon from Squirmy Shark. Chunks down Q-Links to about 20% HP. Wow, really big Q. Snipes Q-Links. Q-Links goes down. Taki is on a killing spree. He's about to get another. He gets 2, and he's able to get out, jumping back to the oh my god, Jason in the box, the Fear Beyond Death getting another kill, massive shutdown, and the gold lead is back to even yet again.
Yeah, and that's just like the crazy value you can get from Pyke. Essentially getting like double the gold from every kill. As top is doing some more top lane things in the island up top, just farming, trading, and being generally even. Avgood does have that kill under his belts, making it a little scary for Bubble Potato to do too much, but that play Steel Caps is doing a lot of work.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely a really good buy for Gnar into this matchup, just able to like have that bonus move speed to just be able to kite out the Jax. So yeah, I mean Avgood looking to see if he can get something back.
But not a great time for a trade.
Really good play
on the Mega Gnar.
Oh yeah, definitely very respectful.
Three-man ding.
Jason and what a Mega Gnar ultimate! But it might not be enough. Avgood gets the stun onto Bubble Potato. Bubble Potato goes down. That is Jason in the box. Death from Below committed, and I believe Iron Wolfie's Paranoia committed as well. Interesting. I don't know where Herald was dropped. Did Herald even get Herald? Did Herald even get a charge? I think there's so much happening on the map that like it might have been used. It might not have been used. I guess timer might have just ran out.
Yeah, but Q-Links and Frosted Flakes doing massive work on that bot tower to trade something back. Actually, it's a ton of gold going into pockets of Q-Links right there.
Yeah, this is definitely massive, especially playing this Umbral Glaive into I believe Dustblade build, like this lethality build, really requires you to just be able to snowball because you fall off so much hard. Frosted Flakes gets hit by the hook yet again. Molten Wings here with a Nature's Grasp, but the shutdown onto Jason in the box. Avgood TP'd, but looks like he's getting caught out. Taki is here with the support. Really massive Event Horizon. Molten Wings goes down to the bigger ultimate, and this is a trade kill. Sheep goes down as well, but the Requiem goes down. Frosted Flakes is still alive on 1 HP. Taki's still alive on 1 HP as well. But can Squirmy get anything? No, he cannot. That trade ends in a 2 for 2. Shockingly.
What's really important on the map is that all that happened with a lot of resources committed from the side of Sheep. Bubble Potato got a free farm and free tower crash into that tower up there. Jason in the box going up, but already rotated off. And really good outcome, all things given for JDG. It looked like Q-Links and Frosted Flakes were kind of cornered there, getting flamed from both sides, that TP and that Pyke there. But Q-Links able to dash out of there to safety. And also he trailed back, and all these shutdowns coming down really equalized.
Oh yeah, for sure. But Bubble Potato looking like he's isolated out. Iron Wolfie trying to get one, but Frosted Flakes here to make sure that his top laner is safe. Frosted Flakes wants to get up more, wants to see if he can get something. Lands a Zenith Blade, but he might be too far. He might have been more than he could chew. Sheep is in the area. Jason gets the pullback with the hook, but both sides just walk away 0 for 0. No important summoners burned.
Yeah, just a little position around this Drake, seeing who might get the better position to actually start this Drake, and also claim it. These amounts of Drake, so the resistances are very helpful, especially just to survive some of the.
Especially right now, Mega Gnar, Bubble Potato on the Mega Gnar right now. If you are Team Sheep, kind of want to wait that out, but by waiting that out does mean that you might be giving up the Drake, and Team Sheep definitely wants to contest. Lots of poke being landed.
Big
Wow, what a huge Mega Gnar! Hits Veigar, hits Scorpion Shard, hits Avgood. They're so chunked. Sheep is already down. Q-Links is still up. Q-Links goes down. Iron Wolfie. Wow, the Triumph lets Iron Wolfie live, but Avgood is about to go down. Triple kill over to Molten Wings. Another kill. Quadra kill for Molten Wings, and a 4-for-2 trade, and the Dragon goes over to JDG.
Actually, insane play. Not very often you see a quadra kill. Even like that Nocturne living on 1 HP, living off that Triumph, we could have potentially seen a pentakill for this Maokai out here. Molten Wings doing a crazy amount of work this game. Yeah, I mean, that 500 bounty speaks for itself in terms of impact that they've had on the game.
Yeah, definitely. But I think the big play there was Bubble Potato landing that Mega Gnar, landing that Gnar ultimate onto Squirmy Shark and I believe Avgood, because that combined with Gnar stun right after basically insta-killed Squirmy. Squirmy got nothing off that play, so that was basically a 4v5.
Yeah, no, actually, just great awareness of Bubble Potato to know that where they were, and maybe luring Sheep into a false sense of security, backing away, knowing that they're low. As Taki is looking for a quick exchange onto that, onto the Nocturne. But as I was saying,
definitely. Yeah. Iron Wolf is able to just walk away. He has Jason and Avgood hovering, so Taki can't get much. But this second Herald, looking like it's gonna go over towards the side of Team JDG, especially since they have this much of a lead right now.
Yeah, I mean, about a 2.5k gold lead, and who's killing as...
Oh, wow! Oh, Paranoia popped by Iron Wolfie. Both sides just walk away. That is the Paranoia for the death mark, but Sheep trying to see if he can get another. Gets the Dark Harvest stack, has to walk away because Molten does come down. Make sure that Taki doesn't go down.
Yeah,
Jason wants to... Wow! Jason hits the death from below, gets the shutdown. That is such a massive swing of gold. Nature's Grasp gets thrown out. Molten Wings trying to see if he can get another. Trying to see Jason has to run away, but Sheep looking like he's gonna get another one. No flash. The Requiem being popped. Wow, he tried to time that. It was so close, but another shutdown going to Sheep, and the gold lead swings only down 1k now. Really massive shutdowns from Taki, from Molten Wings onto Sheep and Jason.
Yeah, actually insane bounty going to Psych Carthage, which is the last person you'd want to get those bounties if you're JDG here. 800 gold injection. Carthage has 2 items and making their way towards their third. That ultimate is going to be doing tons of damage to that Dark Harvest now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, as we said, the later the game goes, the more damage Karthus does. Zed, Kaisa, they fall off, especially with these builds. Like the Yomu Umbral on Zed, the Umbral Dustblade on Kaisa. You have to snowball this lead if you are JDG.
And what you're really seeing is a lot of plated steel caps on both Nocturne and Jax. These that zone is coming in. It's going to be harder and harder for them to do meaningful damage in the late game. When their only source of AP damage is going to be that Maokai. And Maokai is obviously going, you know, for the Radiant Virtue instead of the Leandries as we saw last game from Iron Wolfie. And so we'll see if they can, you know, find a way to do some meaningful damage in the late game. But that Jax is going to be an absolute unit, especially when they pop. They're also turning into a bit of a raid boss.
Yeah, mid tower is gonna drop as we see Taki pathing down, trying to see if he can get Squirmy. Squirmy is in the bush trying to get the recall off, but let's see, Squirmy unable to get that recall off. Taki is gonna see what he can do. Avgood at the same time. Oh wow, there's 2 fights happening at the same time. Deathmark pop. Taki gets Squirmy. Bubble Potato able to walk out. Paranoia pop. Gnar ultimate missing, but Bubble Potato able to walk out, not having to burn the flash. So the plays go over on the side of JDG. Oh, another skirmish happening in the mid lane. Molten Wings popping the Nature's Grasp, gets nothing of it, and looking like we're at a normal state of game. We have the Drake spawning in 1 minute.
Sorry, I had a quick microphone issue, but yeah, it does it.
No problem.
So yeah, Taki taking that turret. Yeah, I mean, Veigar is having a little bit of a hard time catching their footing in this game. Where last game we saw those Event Horizons having massive value. We'll see if we can continue to get more value from these enterprises as we move toward more of a team fight. Bullet Potato goes in with the
Bubble
Mega Gnar.
Potato lands an R ultimate, gets a lot of damage, pops the flash, but misses the Q, misses the rock throw, trying to get a see if he can land another one, but Avgood gets out. Flash expended from Bubble Potato. We have the Drake spawning in the next minute. Avgood able to back. He has the TP. Both of them can join the fight, but Bubble Potato, crucially, does not have his Mega Gnar right now.
Yeah, and also no flash on the side of JDG on that Gnar.
Yep, Paranoia popped, TP popped. This is a Paranoia just to get vision control, just to make sure that they have control of the River and the Drake. This could potentially be a big fight. We have TP from Gnar, but Bubble Potato still on that mini. Wow. Oh, instant death mark. Blue Molten Wing steals the Drake. Avgood going into Q-Links. Q-Links is getting low, but Avgood is also 1 HP. Iron Wolfie goes down to Frosted Flakes. Bubble Potato going in. Bubble Potato getting another one. Oh my god, this is a massive kill. 4 for 1. Requiem being popped. Can this get anyone? No, it cannot. It gets the Dark Harvest stack, but Avgood walks away with his life. But Avgood walks away with his life, but JDG walk away with the Dragon, and they walk away with 4 kills.
And we'll see if they can potentially, I mean, their ADC is down, so they potentially won't be able to get that Dragon, but they're looking to get that tier 1 tower in the bot side. Avgood kind of getting away with his life right there, just backing in the bush right in front of them. No one was able to check that, apparently, but yeah, they might have thought they did, but, you know, lots of damage onto the towers on each side, and now they're going to make a really strong case for, you know, opening up the map, getting the jungle in their control, getting Baron Prio, and also knocking down that top side turret as Avgood running onto Bubble Potato.
Paranoia being popped onto Molten Wings. Jason in the box landing the hook. They're trying to see if they can get him. Wow, Molten Wings with the phase rush lasting so long, but he's headed right towards Sheep. And Sheep getting this kill is the last person you wanted on. Sheep gets the trade back, and that is really, really good for Team Sheep because, you know, just as their namesake, they're looking to Sheep to be able to keep them in this game.
Yeah, I mean, important note though that Molten Wing does have Radiant Virtue online after that quick base. Great hook by Jason in the box, burning the flash from Taki, and we'll see just continue damage going in. Q-Link's walking forward.
Yeah, Q-Link's going in. Really, really big exhaust from Sheep, but it's not enough. Taki is on a killing spree.
What I really like right there was that you know, Sheep knowing that they were kind of going to die in the situation, just continue walking forward to get in a better position for you know, their death passive to get more damage on more people.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, there's nothing much on the map right now. The Baron is up, so everyone is looking towards that because one big fight, that is the Baron going over to whoever wins.
Yep, and so we'll just see a couple resets going on the map. We'll see where Jason decides to let his presence be known. Avgood going towards the top side, so we'll need to match that Oros. That's going to do a lot of damage to the top side as they are collapsing onto the Nocturne.
Defensive Paranoia being pucked, but Taki is on a rampage. Just another one. Frosted Flakes and Taki able to get that quick assassination.
Yeah. Just more vision being clear on the map. Avgood.
Oh wow! Yeah, no. This is a call that this is the correct call. You know, jungler's down. They have no smite. If Team Sheep wants to contest this, they have to just go for the fight. Really important that the sapling from Molten Wings takes out the crown guard of Squirmy. Sheep already 1 HP, having to pop the Zonias just to dodge the Nature's Grasp, but Taki is unstoppable. Sheep goes down, pops the Requiem, gets some good poke damage. Q-Links is low, so it's going to be hard for them to do the Baron. We have Jason with a flank, but Q-Links just assassinates Jason. Squirmy is about to get taken down too. Taki with the death mark onto Avgood, getting good damage, and that is Avgood going down. Taki is dominating, and Squirmy slinks away with his life, but the Baron is going over. Oh my god, the sapling! The sapling from Molten Wings takes down Squirmy, and that is 4 kills to 0 for JDG. JDG gets the Baron, and this is looking heavily in their favor now.
Yeah, that's just really tough. I mean, like the games before, it just takes a couple good fights and exchanges to, you know, really take the game from being around even to what we see now is like a 7.5k gold lead. Massive motorcycle just went by lifelines.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Looking like we had some tech issues real quick, but we are back. We have the dragon spawning in a minute. As you said, massive swing. As we mentioned earlier, one fight was all it need, and in this case, it was the one pick onto Iron Wolfie allowed JDG to just press the go button on Baron and make a massive play like that.
Yeah, just also making sure that Sheep wasn't able to get as much value. Obviously the Requiem does a lot less damage without the Dark Harvest proccing, and most members of the JDG were still above the half health mark, making it so that not enough meaningful damage is done, and Q-Link's able to kite out the back. Jason going for kind of a hero play, trying to execute Q-Links in the back, but unfortunately unable to, and ultimately that was just the end of that fight at that point.
Yeah, and there goes Taki trying to see if he can get something onto Squirmy. Squirmy has the crown guard, walks away. Avgood as well, trying to see if he can get something on Bubble, but Bubble's on that Mega Gnar, he's tanky. There can't be much done.
Yeah, so we'll see how they can attempt to try as wow, that's
oh my god, Q-Links, no hesitation. Crazy execution, and there's that lethality damage. Requiem being popped, Iron Wolfie and Avgood trying to see if they can make a play on Bubble Potato. I like this play because you can't get anything on the bot side. You can't contest streak. Avgood gets the kill. This is a... Wow, it was a 1-for-1, but Taki just gets the double kill. They dive hard onto Veigar, onto Jason. I mean, there is really nothing that the two of them could have done.
Yeah, at this point, they still have 4 of their Baron buffs up. It's going to be a pretty difficult spot for Sheep to try to defend when 3 of their members are down. And they don't even have the greatest wave clear to take care of these Baron minions. They have to walk up these close enough that they're at risk of getting hit by one of Q-Links' heat-seeking missiles. Not W there, that Void Seeker, but... Yeah, Nash is
coming in. Definitely. I mean, just 2 inhib towers, walk to the Drake, like, this is just solid macro coming in from Team JDG, taking a little bit from their namesake, just playing the map right, making sure that they push their lead, push their advantage as much as they can, and just don't give Team Sheep a chance to come back in this game.
So moving into, I guess we're moving into a more late game portion of the game. I mean, we've already had Baron taken. At this point, it's just trying to play catch up. Taki just diving straight in with that mark and almost dying, taking allies, but Wolfie gets the shutdown but goes all the way in, and we'll see how the ensuing fight unveils. Yeah, so as we continue, we saw 2 members of the team fall down. I mean, Iron Wolfie very valiantly tried to trade their life back. Yeah, no worries.
I didn't realize I was muted.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is looking like a potential game-ending push. Sheep is coming back. Jason, Avgood, and Sheep are gonna have to do their best to defend. But 2 inhibs likely going down. Avgood being dove on. Q-Links has so much damage. The Solar Flare goes down. The Nature's Gas goes down. Avgood can just not move, but those resistances help a lot. Zonius has to be popped by Sheep. Molten having to pop his flash as well, but Q-Links is unstoppable. Requiem being used, takes down Molten. Sheep is able to get 1. Frosted Flakes goes down as well, gets a shutdown onto Leona, and Q-Links and Bubble Potato are running for the hills. Paranoia goes out, Bubble Potato is going low, really good spell shield to dodge the Gnar ult. Wow, Bubble Potato almost gets 1 back, but that is a kill for Jason in the box onto Bubble Potato, and that's really the best you could hope for this situation if you're Team Sheep.
No, I mean 3 kills going back is definitely a decent margin, and 3 members then also means that they can make a meaningful push trying to push back. I mean, it's gonna be hard to get these towers, they're so far away.
Oh, that Taki sees red. Taki wants Squirmy. Squirmy able to just walk away though.
Yeah, I mean, Taki's doing a great job of being a constant threat everywhere on the map. Wherever there's black, there's no vision. It's potentially his domain.
Yeah, definitely. I also really like this item buy. These item buys coming in from the side of JDG. There's the Spirit Visage, because Spirit Visage for the Maokai, Hex Drinker for the Zed. All the damage on Team Sheep is AP yet again. So building these resistances really help with the survivability of Maokai, of Zed, because they're the ones that want to dive in. Taki obviously wants to dive in, assassinate, get out, and that'll help a lot.
Yeah, I mean, just to like counteract some of that 80 damage coming in, Osgood is looking to be buying towards that Zhonya's Hourglass, which is a luxury that Jax can afford, having some like on-hit scalings and all that. But we'll see how Osgood can try to make a comeback around, kind of roaming around the top side, making sure that Bubble Potato can't push too far in, and skirmishing right now.
Yeah, as we see, Avgood skirmishing with Bubble Potato, but nothing much can happen either side. They're currently alone. We do have Taki and Molten Wings starting to hover. Iron Wolfie also hovering. I think they're gonna try to see if they can get a pick, but if they try this will be a full-blown team fight.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going toward the top side. They already broke the mid and bot towers, and so they're looking to, make sure they can get a
defensive paranoia being popped. Taki pops the death mark, goes in, dashes back out. Taki kills Iron Wolfie Sheep, having to pop the Zonias, going in, trying to get the execute so he can get a free Requiem. Some really good damage, ideally. Really good Zonias from Q-Links to dodge that. Taki goes down due to the Leonji's burn. Sheep, oh my god, Q-Links dashes back in as soon as he hits one Prey Seeker, or one Void Seeker, having to force Scorby to flash out too, and that is a 3-for-1 trade. So looking really, really good for JDG to close this one out.
Yeah, these Void missiles from Q-Links are just doing crazy amounts of damage with that Void, the Nashers on top of just being so far ahead.
Yeah, oh my god,
yeah.
Avgood flashes, tries to get the kill on the Q-Links, can't do it. Bubble Potato goes down to Squirmy Shark, the ultimate used by Veigar, but these health bars are low. It's doable for Squirmy. This is the last stand. Looks like Team JDG is gonna make the safe play. Walk away, get that Baron, secure that soul, and up that damage even more.
And especially Infernal Soul with this Kaisa is doing crazy amounts of damage, just getting a proc every couple of Heat Seekers. As long as Q-Links is hitting these Void Seekers, which he seems to have been doing, it's just constant poke damage. This is like, I mean, Veigar is pretty much like 2 shots to Void Seekers.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, and if you're Team Sheep, there's nothing you can do, cause like if you contest this, there's no vision, and if you contest this and lose, that's the game. So they just have to give over the soul.
Nothing they can really do in that situation.
ADG likely also gonna head over to Baron.
Yeah. Using that Nature's Grass to prevent any potential Dragon Steel, and Al to have Infernal Soul going for that Baron. Not much else they can do in this situation. It looks like they could go for a Hail Mary play, but Nocturne is going back from the base, and so there's no real front to make even an attempt to steal this Baron.
Yeah, there's no real contest. Looks like free Baron, and oh my god, Taki gets another kill on the Squirmy. Jason misses the death from below, and this is looking like all she wrote. Looking like they want to go for the game-ending push. Looking to see if they can get any kills. Taki with the back, going to go and push the wave. Looks like Team Sheep's just looking to make a final stand if they can.
It does seem to be the case, as Molten Wings did go back to catch that wave, and then it looks like they're gonna break 2 inhibs after it, stacking 2 of those waves with the Baron buff. Even if they don't get any kills, at this point, just the enhanced cannon minions.
Yeah, double stacked wave, two inhibs. 2 inhibs down. Nature's Grass popped. Avgood going down. Bubble Potato is taking down Sheep. Sheep flashes in, trying to get as much damage as possible. Paranoia goes down. Q-Link is godlike, takes down Nocturne, takes down Sheep. Sheep looking to pop the Requiem, trying to see if he can do any of the damage that he can, but almost everyone is down. Avgood is on his last life, popping his Zonias. Jason in the box, still alive. Squirmy gets 1 back, gets 2 back, trying to see what he can do, but the Nexus is exposed. Nexus is being targeted, and Team JDG are your champions!
Insane series from both teams. Very well played to both sides. They gave us a banger of a series, match after match. That first game lasting like almost close to an hour, just showing us all the different types of League that can be played, from long battles to very very even matches that are decided by like one team fight. This last one is a perfect game, I think, to end our League of Legends finals for the fall 2023 LAN.
Yeah, I mean, what a banger of a series. That was some great League of Legends there. A lot of really fun fights. A lot of really, really close games. I think that this whole series could have gone either way, and at the end of the day, just the snowballing from Taki, the aggressiveness from Q-Links was able to push them over the edge and win them the series.
Yeah. So yeah, as we call our league finals to a close, let's just shout out Genji one more time. We couldn't have done any of this without them. We work a lot with them. They help a lot with us to help set up these lands in the first place. Make sure to do exclamation point Genji and exclamation point GGA in the Twitch chat to learn more about Genji's Tiger Nation and their coaching program.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, once again, congratulations to JDG. They will be winning PC cases and PSU from one of our sponsors, Seasonic. Exclamation point Seasonic in the Twitch chat if you want to learn more. But yeah, congratulations to them. They played one hell of a game.
All right, thank you everyone for watching the league finals, and with that, we'll call this league a close. Yeah.
Yep, we will calling this a close, and and Valorant will be happening very soon. So be sure to stay tuned.
For sure.